nobody to share it with. But I'd like to teach them. I'm trying more this year now that they're all doing able to understand.
Fucking shit.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Do it. This time. Some fucking shithead. Left the mother.
That might be me.
Did
not you.
leave a fucking cart?
oh
A
no.
motorized cart. And a thing. Let's see here.
I'm really hoping I'm hungry because I'm in a shit mood right now.
Howie. Also, I'm sorry. What happened?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I've just had a shit week, and every time I'm like, okay, it can be fine now, something else goes wrong.
Oh, man.
Well, hello. Why are you doing the walk of shame into the bedroom? What have you done? Huh?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm just
You better not be
tired.
muddy.
I got in a fight
I
with
like
my
how-
manager last night. It's fine.
She kicked the
Did you
door
win?
open. Earlier I was trying to have like a rest.
I'm torn
I
between
hit the
I
door
won
open
and
and
going to
slammed
2 weeks
on the
notice, and
wall.
I haven't decided yet.
What? But, like, what happened?
So I told
Mhm.
Applebee's when they hired me about my second job and what I needed my availability to be and all that. I said that in the interview.
Uh-huh.
Well, Applebee's managers don't know how to fucking talk to each other. I guess. Because the manager that hired me got promoted, and so she's no longer at that store. Not a huge deal. I figured she would have, told the other managers that were still in the store what I told her in my interview.
Right.
So when they hired me, I said, hey, I can't close on weekdays. I would prefer not to have back-to-back days, and I need 1 weekend day off. I'm like, I can do back-to-back, though. It's not a huge deal. I was like, if possible, I would like to be out of here by 9 p.m. And she told me in my interview I wouldn't always get out by 9 p.m., and I agreed to that because I understood that sometimes we're going to be busy.
Mhm.
So, but she said, but if it gets close to 9, just let whatever manager's on duty know that it's close to 9 and that you need to go soon. So that's what I've always done. And Pete's never had an issue with it, but Barry's always been kind of snippy about it, but like not abundantly so to where it was a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But yesterday was Valentine's Day. Yes, I know it was Valentine's Day. I waited until the freaking Valentine's rush was over before I said anything. At that point, it was 9 o'clock. And then I said something. And this time Barry looked at me and went, we need to have a conversation because it feels like you're always trying to leave. And I was like, Barry, I have my other job in the morning. He goes, yeah, but no one's making you work here. And I was like, excuse you? I was like, I told you assholes when you hired me that I needed to be out of here by 9. And he's like, who hired you? And I was like, Chrissy. And he's like, Chrissy, the old manager? And I was like, yes. And he goes, oh, he's like, well, she didn't tell any of us that. And I was like, oh, well, that's great. I'm like, well, anyways, I'm like, I wasn't even being crappy about it. I asked if I could go soon. I was like, I've never told you no or argued with you when you've told me no because we were still too busy. So, like, we got into this whole back and forth that literally ended in me being pissed off and complaining to the other manager. So the other manager did send me home, which I think pissed Barry off more, but I didn't care.
I mean, you shouldn't care
But
at that
I'm
point.
like, bro.
No,
I'm like,
absolutely
dude,
not.
really?
I told him to
It
fuck
would be
off
one
and go
thing.
home.
It would be one thing if I was confrontational every time he told me no or something, but I've never once argued with this man.
Yeah, that's...
Like, I have literally closed the store on a weekday when I wasn't supposed to because our closer called off and I'm not that much of a dickhead. So I'm like, yeah, that just made me really angry.
Rightfully so.
Give them your schedule in writing. Give them
It is in writing. It's in the freaking computer. It's in the computer that he could easily pull up. I was like, dude, it's in my
Okay.
availability.
Okay, then you need to simply tell him, to remind him that, yeah, but it's my availability. That is the terms of my employment.
Exactly.
Is
No, that's...
So if you have a problem with it, then maybe you should think about the fact that those are the terms of my employment. Just like I can't come in here wearing a fucking clown suit because you guys have made it a term of my employment that I won't. It is a term of my employment that I be allowed to leave at the times where I need to leave. So if you
Yeah.
have a problem with it, then we should renegotiate the terms of my employment. And if that means
That's
that I
what
well,
leave,
scandal.
Oh, hi, madam. I'm so sorry. I missed you again. God, ping me. Madam Claus. Gosh, this is the second time now she's like, I'm lurking. And I've missed the actual, like, her mentioning that she's lurking. Gosh darn.
Who?
Madam Claus. She's the one I did the vampire lady for.
Where?
She's in the chat.
Here?
No. No. She's not on Discord. She's on Twitch.
no,
I am
Twitch
live.
chat.
I am live on
I
Twitch
was
now.
looking too, like, hold on.
Yeah, no, I am live on Twitch now. She came on Twitch and says I'm lurking while I work. So, thank you, madam. I appreciate it.
Yorkie.
Hello, fellow lookers.
But yeah, no, that's basically what I did. When I went to complain to the other manager, I looked at him. I'm like, we need to sit down with the management and have a conversation, or I'm going to quit.
Did you tell Barry that?
I didn't tell Barry that. I told Pete that, and I have no doubt Pete told Barry that because Pete loves me and does not want me to leave.
Good.
Well,
Because
it's nice that you have at least one of them like
not to
that.
be that guy, but I am one of the best employees left in that freaking store.
Okay, then be that guy.
Applebee's, it's not that hard.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's Applebee's. It ain't hard to be the best employee there.
You're not wrong. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go into Buffalo Wild Wings and order food.
Do your
cranky
thing.
and I want to talk.
Okay,
Love you, hon, and I know you're a great employee, but again, the bar's not high.
Well, this is another situation where, like, it's a good thing that she's got her other job, and she's really good at her other job, too, is the thing. So, I mean, at least if she's not going to be, like, out in the cold or anything, but that's still, like, really fucking shitty.
It really is.
Which, you know, that's actually the point of the whole issue, but, like, still.
I forgot you were streaming, by the way, because you didn't put the
I just hurried up.
streaming thing on.
You're right. I didn't put
completely
it in there.
forgot.
I'm sorry.
My bad. I did, though. I literally forgot. I'm like, okay, here, I'm going live. And then everyone was talking, so. Whoops.
Short attention span.
I think everyone who's going to be here is here anyway,
Pardon
so.
I don't want to do this thing for.
I'm thinking of changing my stream schedule times, too, because it just seems like I can't ever seem to actually get on stream by noon. So, thinking of making it 1 o'clock my time instead.
Yeah, but as soon as you officially do it, guess what?
Well, see, if I just don't tell certain people, not you guys, but if I just don't tell certain specific
people who live in your house.
that the stream time has changed.
Oh, it's got a stupid tag on it. And it's tiny. Damn it.
Damn it.
I'm having to replace my mug again. For the
Again?
billionth time.
Did you break it?
She did, yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I used to think that you exaggerate about your mugs, Lynn, but then it's
Then you
Maybe
actually
stop.
saw how frequently I fucking break those suckers. Yeah, no, what I really genuinely need is I need some sort of mug that can be dropped, but also can be microwaved.
Like, you can, I mean, aren't there plastic ones?
But then I have to microwave it.
You can get microwavable plastic, though.
I have never found a microwavable plastic mug.
Have you
I
looked
have
in
found-
a Quick Trip? Or, I mean, a gas station. Sorry.
The ones that I've found in gas stations have never been microwavable.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. They're heat tolerant, but they're not microwavable. See, that's the thing, is they're tolerant of heat being put into them. They are not tolerant of being heated.
Oh.
Yeah. So, what kind of technically I actually need, and this is ridiculous, and I don't even know if this is a thing that exists, but I kind of need, like, a wooden mug.
Yeah. I mean, I
It's
bet you they
possible.
do exist.
Oh, I'm sure that a mug that I can't break that can be microwaved exists. It's just a matter of me finding it
Yeah.
and it not being, $10,000.
You know, it makes me wish I could remember the name of some of the Ren Fair product people.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Donna. Speaking of my short attention span, when were you gonna stream with Tiff?
I sent a message basically, ready when you are, on stuff and things, but she hasn't replied yet, so
Okay.
maybe she's busy.
It could be she's finishing up some
Oh,
last
cool.
minute
I got
stuff.
tagged in something.
Hi. In other words, what I was trying to say is, don't think you have to like hang out or something if you need to go with her. So just say, hey, gotta go now. Bye.
Okay,
Lord.
then.
I don't want you to.
3 minutes in, I have found a Japanese camping coffee mug that is
Ooh.
unbreakable, that is microwavable.
Ooh.
It's BPA free, non-toxic, dishwasher safe, and it's $5.
Huh.
Oh.
That is
Good.
interesting. How many ounces is it?
12.
That's exactly how many I expected it to be.
Is that good?
I mean, I'm not
Very-
gonna lie, it does
that's
say kids
tiny.
mug, so
Yes. I am unsurprised by that. See, the thing is most of the time, if it has, like, I need at least 18 ounces because otherwise I have to make multiple trips. And the more times I have to go past, despite the fact that it says unbreakable, that's a lie. I can break it. It's just whether or not it'll be difficult for me to break it.
it's just how
Thank you,
challenging
Farrell.
it's to break.
It's like, how many times can I drop it before it breaks? Which, unfortunately, with the ceramic mugs, which have all of the other things that I require,
Thank you, Frankie.
the answer to that is once. I can drop it once. So what was the thing mug I got?
By the way, I don't know what to say about the chat saying that I am a subscriber to myself. I'm not sure what that means or why it's there. I mean, I guess I'm subscribed to. I guess it makes sense that I would be subscribed to
You are now
myself.
subscribed to yourself.
Right? Like, I'm like, what is this? Did you get your food then?
Yep, I'm just waiting for it.
Are you on your way home after that?
Yes.
Yay.
Forgot that I promised my son I'd get him a can.
Oh,
Then wait.
Skillet time. See if I've actually got the size that I need for him. They are currently out of them. Fantastic. Okay. Of course they are. And of course, the size that I need for him is the 8-inch size.
Oh, thank you so much. You too. Oh, thank you.
Then all the other sizes, just not the 8-inch size.
I'm going to not get hit by a car.
Yes, please don't get hit by a car. Please, literally nobody get hit by a car. Let's not do that today.
I promise nothing.
It is a
Yeah,
request,
no.
not an order.
My nickname is Possum for a damn reason, okay?
I know, but you've already been hit by cars. You don't need to be hit by more.
Don't mind me running across the street, friend. I'm sorry.
And that's how I usually get hit.
Yeah, I imagine.
Smack.
Oh, I parked across the street from the Buffalo Wild Wings, which I never do. I usually park in the back, but the back makes you walk through the bar, and I didn't want to be that awkward guy when I was just getting home.
You're like,
I
no.
have found another mug. Tumbler.
Okay.
It comes in sizes, and it can be up to 22 ounces.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
No,
Good.
Send me a
26.
link to that
Sorry.
one.
It comes in 12 ounces mug, and then the rest are like cups, like tumblers. 12, 16, 22, and 26. They're all good for hot drinks. They are dishwasher safe, microwave safe, freezer safe, made in the
Ow.
US of A. And
Here.
I think it's like a pack. I can see 2 of the large ones of the larger ones, and they're $20.
Ooh.
Nice. Send me a link for that one.
I did at the talk over a text over talk.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have to look into that too.
Right?
Mostly for my dad, but hey,
If it's
here,
got a lid, even better, man.
right?
Like you wait for your coffee so long, you may as well just put it in the freezer. Have slushy.
Right.
I laugh, but I've made drinks too hot before, and that's literally what I did, was shove it in the freezer.
Lol. See, I literally.
See, I know
was,
what I'm talking about.
Yup. I was that person at Starbucks who had to say, yeah, can you brew that at a lower temperature? It's funny because I didn't even know you could do that. And at one point, I don't remember what I said, but she's like, she realized that I wanted it colder, and she's like, you know you can request to have it brewed at a lower temperature, right? And I'm like, I can?
No. I did not know that I could do that.
The only reason I know that is because I worked at Starbucks.
Right? Like, that
I
is
have
not
never
common.
been to a Starbucks, so I did not know this.
Well, if you ever go to a Starbucks, now you know in case you want to save your tongue.
You can also ask for it to be brewed at a higher temperature.
No.
Of course, I'm also that person.
It's usually old people, but they want it like scalding.
Oh God. No.
I'm
Not
like, what are
gonna
you
lie, I
doing
mean-
with this? Throwing it on your spouse?
No, that's me.
Oh man.
I know you're not putting it in your mouth.
God, you'd be surprised.
My mom actually used to drink her coffee. She had to actually be told by her doctor that that was unhealthy.
Oh my God.
Like my
Dude,
mom
if I
actually was
look
told
at
by
it-
the doctor. She's like, the doctor was like, you know what? I think no, it was the dentist. The dentist is like, do you drink your coffee really, really hot? She's like, yes. He's like, you need to fucking stop that. He's like,
Why?
I don't know what
that's
it is.
really
If I
bad
look-
for your teeth.
it's
That's
bad
why
for
your teeth are
and
so brown.
I suppose
not
it just
good
depends
for
on the
your-
exact heat.
It's not good for your mouth either, because the more you damage that, the more likely you are to accidentally develop mouth cancer.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not to say, I guess,
But I-
that you can't like have hot things, but don't make them boiling lava hot.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
that's-
never understood people that do that. Never. I mean,
That was
I
the
know,
temperature
I don't
my
drink-
mom
Like I,
wanted
drink
her
like I
do
was
I?
saying, if I look at something that is steaming wrong, I will scald my tongue.
I
Yeah.
believe that. I absolutely believe that.
I've literally eaten ramen noodles right out of the pot before, so I can't say shit.
Ugh.
Oh,
My
Lord.
brother does that. My brother has like the highest heat tolerance ever. I'm like, hey, don't touch that, you'll get blisters, and he'll touch it and be fine. Meanwhile, I picked up a plate at work the other day, and there's a huge blister on my hand.
Gosh darn it.
ow.
I'm like, bro.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Okay, I need to actually get to moving around the store instead of just eyeballing
Oh
things.
shit. Bit of a delayed reaction, but thinking about Tiff just made me think of that Facebook group I need to check out for Villa.
The
Oh, yeah,
writing
yeah,
one.
yeah.
I keep forgetting to do that. Wait, what now? What? What, Donna?
The writing one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the one for Kindle Villa. Because I asked for the information because she told me about it, and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I never ended up doing anything with that. And then she mentioned it the other day, and I'm like, ah, shit, can you send me that? And I still haven't done the thing.
Oh.
I keep forgetting this light is here because it just got put up less than a year
I
ago.
just need to set an alarm on my phone. How's that? Why don't I do that? Hold on.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm gonna do it right now while I'm
Oh
fucking
my
thinking about
God,
it.
if those were my children, I would skin them alive.
What?
I genuinely, I want to murder them.
Oh.
I can't.
I
Let me know if you need help hiding the bodies.
Oh my God.
Dude, there was a table at Applebee's the other night where when after they left, there was 3 of us trying to clean this table because they gave their kids their own table. There was 6 of them,
Oh
and
no.
the parents just didn't parent the whole time they were there.
Like, do
Great.
you guys hear that?
Hate that.
Like, the poor waitress who had that table, like, didn't even know where to start, and I was sweeping my section because I was getting ready to leave, so I went and swept the table for her because it was a god-awful disaster. She probably still had to sweep it after me. And then both the host and another server were trying to help her clean the table itself. The chairs were covered in stuff. There was a full thing of salt on the table that was empty because the kids poured it all over the table.
What the fuck?
I was
People
like, bro,
the shit of kids.
I'm like, if I did a
Agreed.
singular thing that was done at this table, I would have never walked again.
Yeah,
Right?
Would have
exactly.
fucking beat me.
Oh, that's a brown version of the fabric.
The
that I have.
entitlement of some people, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, there's, you know, and I watched Jessica Jones, right? And there's a bit where she's walking through Central Park and she's trying to find, she's like following someone and she's like, yeah, I'm on a mission. And there's like a line, a row of of women with their buggies, with their like strollers. And she's like, fucking breeders. Because she's trying to get through, and they're like, it's a barricade of strollers.
Okay, that's funny.
Hilarious,
That is funny.
right? It's great.
Uh-oh, we lost someone.
Win, I think. I think it was when we lost.
Yep, looks like it. Ugh. Is it getting any better at least, Donna?
Yeah, I mean, I can talk.
Oh, that's always good.
I mean, it's an improvement of sorts.
Of sorts. Where's the noodles? There's the noodles. Okay.
It was pretty handy not to be able to talk because I could just point at my throat, be like, I can't speak, and then people are like, okay, all right, I'll leave you alone then. Thumbs up.
Right, like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, really.
Play that up a little bit longer.
Exactly. I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Like, no, thank you.
It just reminds me of the time that I I legitimately lost my voice. It was actually kind of funny because there was like no.
Well, so did I.
Right. No, I'm not saying that yours wasn't legitimate. What I mean is that, like, in the job that I was at, there's plenty of people who probably would have faked it because I worked in a call center. But like, so I actually lost my voice, right? And so I go to try to talk to my managers. Literally the best I can do is like, and they're like, okay, please stop trying to talk. Just, you can do you just work the screen today. It's okay. It was so funny.
My best losing my voice story was one day I had gotten a cold and my voice was really fucked up. And I had choir that day.
Oh boy.
And our
Pretty love where this is going.
our choir director sucked as a human being in general. And was particularly shitty to me. But knowing that if I would just like, if he just heard me, he'd know what was going on, that I wasn't able to sing that day. And so he was being his usual spastic self.
Mhm.
And he starts walking past me and I'm like, hey Westy, but instead of it being like, hey Westy, Hey, Misty. And he just immediately he knew where the voice was coming from, and he was like trying to ignore me as a human being because that's the kind of shithead he was. And
Lovely.
then heard my voice and got startled because, well,
Uh-oh.
Damn, girl.
right? Holy shit, man.
It's been a trip.
It's been bad, apparently.
Are you choking or something? What the hell?
Please don't die.
Yeah. Definitely
Please
don't
don't die
on
while
all
we're
of
on
it.
stream.
It makes me out of breath.
Yeah.
So we noticed.
No shit.
I mean, can you believe it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Ow.
Shocking, right?
Fuck. Fucking A. Also, tell you what though, isn't it just that it seems to me, let me put it this way, I wouldn't know from personal experience, but it seems to me that whenever there's a situation where like there is sick going on, that it's everyone else except for one spouse, aka hubby, but then later on the one gets sick like super duper bad. Is it just me, or is that like a thing? Does that actually happen?
It's totally a thing.
It's more like the one that seems to get it worse is just repressing symptoms, and it's just pushing through, which eventually leads to a worse outcome because they don't rest and they don't get to recover at all because the whole household depends on them, which is likely what happened to me. No
Yeah.
lie. I did sleep almost 4 hours today. Like, I got the kids into school for the first time in like 10 days. Just like fuck off, go to school, and then come home and passed out till almost 2 o'clock.
Sweet.
I couldn't help myself, you know, and it's just this. I slept through him getting up, showering, getting dressed, doing all his morning things, which is a fairly significant amount because he's that kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just slept through all of
I love
it.
it.
Woke up like what's going on? What's
He's that kind of guy.
absolutely shocking that it's like 1:32 o'clock in the afternoon with a headache because I obviously have not drunk or eaten all day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Since you have been asleep the whole time.
because I have been asleep the whole freaking day. But it's what I needed, you know. I'll probably do it again tomorrow.
Yeah, you're gonna do it again tomorrow.
I haven't slept in
Cough,
like
cough,
10
nudge,
days,
nudge. Like,
you know.
mhm.
Because they're big, like my eldest has been crying in her sleep, so she wakes me up at nighttime screaming because she gets bad dreams when she's sick, and so she
Oh,
she
even
has
better.
nightmares, night terrors as she sleeps, and so I don't sleep, and she insists on being. She's really clingy when she's poorly as well, so she's like on top of me,
Mm-hmm.
and especially when they were both sick, both with fever, so both on either side of me. And it's wretchedly boiling. It's so hot because they're hot, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like sleeping next to 2 heaters on the bed, and then I don't have any room to move, and the dog's at my feet because she obviously senses like people is like not doing great, and she's worried, so she's at my feet. So I have this a meter length.
You're just
And then
surrounded by
half a
body
meter
heaters.
on either side, just enough for my shoulders.
Good
It's
grief.
just terrible. That's how I was sleeping for like 5 days, 6 days when they were poorly, and then I came down with it. But I still have to push through because somebody's got to feed that little brats, you know, and take care of them.
Right.
Yep.
And Josh is like, "Why don't we just order food?" I'm like, "They don't fucking eat takeaway here. There's nothing to order."
Listen,
"Why are
sir.
you cooking? You don't have to cook." and waste your energy. That's nothing to fucking order. It's a shitty little town. There's nothing here. Nothing.
Oh my god. I love him, but like...
like, he's got good intentions, but he's just so lost in the fog, sometimes. So lost in it.
Yeah.
He tries. You gotta give him credit for trying, but it's like, when if you see somebody with a blindfold and they're throwing punches and kicks, but the punching bag is like 6 feet away.
There's your man.
let me just direct you. He's like that.
That's how I feel with my husband, hon.
He's trying.
My husband's just like that. Oh my gosh, he's so sweet, but like, honestly, I just can't listen to some days.
Like, we love you, but...
He'll try to tell me, like, oh, well, just do this. And I'll be like, sweetheart. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Maybe you haven't noticed, but there's a reason why I don't do that.
I don't think he has noticed.
He really has. I love him dearly, but he really just doesn't. Sorry about that.
If I'm not responding, it's because I cannot hear you properly.
Oh. Okay.
No, Lynn in specific.
Oh, yeah.
Microphone. It's very,
I'm currently masked.
cold.
Yeah, I'm wearing a mask. Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I'm just letting you know I've already got my own hearing issues, so it's hard for me to hear, to discern what you're saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not intentionally ignoring you.
I was commiserating.
Yeah, I can hear some. I mean, I got the gist of it.
Okay, cool. Okay, why did I come down this lane?
Basically, we love hubbies, but hubbies...
They're idiots. Sorry, not sorry.
to put it simply.
I tell him to his face, "You're an idiot," straight up. He's like, "Yeah, I know."
I know.
Funny is mine just doesn't know what he doesn't know, and so like what seems really obvious to him is something that's so obvious that I tried it years ago and know that it doesn't work. So it's like, yeah, hun, obviously I've tried that. Come on, dude.
Like, you are literally years late to the party on this one.
Oh man.
You alright?
Define alright.
Breathing?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you bleeding?
No. I suppose in that context I am fine then.
Cereal, that's what I'm missing. Grills.
Oh boy. Oh, that's what happened. Okay. I don't care right now. I'll fix it later.
By the way, Donna, you said how Faust is basically a fire-breathing minotaur, and I'm just not sure how to feel about that.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, like, I hadn't even considered it, and then you said it, and I'm like, oh.
You got a point, right?
Like, well then, that's a thing.
I mean,
That's quite the accurate observation, actually.
you can count on me on the accurate but off-putting observations.
I don't know that it's off-putting. I guess minotaurs are cool. I just literally, like... The only thing honestly that just like gets me about it is the concept of him being a minotaur, and therefore basically it would seem as if his lips got ripped off, like the front of his face got ripped off.
No, more like his muzzle outgrew his mouth.
Something like that, yeah.
Gonna lie, right now I'm pretty much just thinking of like a Minotaur AU where he's in some kind of maze and Terra wanders in.
You need to give him a nose ring. really stamp on.
Just go for it.
Just like, or like cute little cow ears, you know.
Oh God.
You know
oh
what you
my
do
gosh! You know those headbands that have animal ears?
Oh my God! You know what? You do that. You finish this, post it, and then I'm gonna reply with an edit.
Yes. Absolutely.
I'll do it like a really bad Photoshop one, you know, with like a physical nose ring and just edit that on
Oh my God.
with and like the ears as well, animal ears. I'll do a really funny one.
Do it.
Sounds great.
Absolutely. Hold on, now I gotta find the first one. Where is he? Come here.
Oh, yeah, spaghetti. I need spaghetti.
Literally, I'm looking right now to see if they can have nose rings.
I mean, it's not a question of can, it's a question of how determined I am in making it work.
This is
And
true.
I am determined, so.
Hold on, come here, Fausty. Where are you? There you are. Let's see.
Oh God, I'm sorry, Loki.
Because their nose is flat, is all that it is. That I'm trying to figure out. Like, do they have enough?
Is there enough there?
Could they do it without blocking their airway? Is basically what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, maybe. I think so. Perhaps.
Maybe if it's really thin at the top.
Yeah, exactly. It would be a flat top.
And then it thickens as it like at the.
Yeah. So essentially, I'm gonna not risk like fucking anything up. I'm gonna go. Basically, yeah, it would be a. Oh shit! Well, that's a bit too big, but.
Oh, Dorian, do you
It would
forget
essentially
who
be
I
a
am?
flat top droplet ring. Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
be able to make it actually look appropriate right there. But hold on, let me come back here. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
So-
I know.
Yeah,
So it's it's not consistent with.
yeah.
Oh, potato flakes. That's what I forgot. Okay.
Basically, it would do that, more or less. Actually, it would probably go the other way around. But yeah. No, in other words, yes, it's possible. I mean, I realized you were going to put one on there anyway, but I just had to figure out if it was possible. Yes. Just needed to know if it was actually something that could happen, and the answer is yes. Absolutely. This makes me want to put one on the human AU.
Do it.
Right?
It's like a little.
Coward.
Like when he's trying to be all professional, though, he does the horseshoe one though, because with the horseshoes, my friend who had a septum, and I say that as if I don't actually have several now who still have them, but you can flip it up inside your nostrils and hide it.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and so like, oh man, I love that idea. Absolutely. I need to draw one in the human AU where he doesn't have his hair done. So you just see the curly, like, mop on his head, basically.
Oh, you know what you could do? You know what you could do? Just do one of Faust and Terra in, like, either Halloween costumes or an actual rock band when they were young.
Oh my god.
He had a nose ring then. Just do like one like that. You know, had like a nose ring and like the 80s hairband, you know, and like
Yeah.
she's like not a groupie, but she's the drummer. Make her the drummer, that'd be hilarious. Terror on the drums.
Because she likes to
You
hit
know.
things. No,
She colored her drumsticks green and they're like vines.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Do it.
Okay,
Do
so
it,
now
do
we
it.
gotta figure. Okay, so Faust, is he a guitarist? You know, I kind of, or would he? I don't think he could be a singer.
Tambourine! Yeah, I'm joking.
What am I doing?
So he's on the
Could be on the
tambourine.
piano.
The tambourine. That'd be funny though.
He's the groupie. No, I'm joking.
I mean,
I mean, he would be.
I That isn't actually too far off.
But it could be like a Joan and a Jet sort of like situation, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna try a thing and see if I fail horribly. Did I fail horribly? Yes.
You tried.
Yes, I did. I did try, but I failed. I'm surprised it failed, though. Hey, get back here. Why did that fail? Do I need to do that? No. Okay. What about that? No? Okay. Damn. I know I've done this before. Oh, wait. Probably when I had it on a different layer. I was trying to copy this line. Is what I was trying to do. Which, I don't know how many people can actually see what I'm doing right now, but...
I can't.
You know what
Because I see it does not mean I know it.
You know what I've noticed
What's
that
up?
that you and other artists do, you know, like most artists do, is that they tend to make the appendages specifically, you know, if it's like mermaids, the tails, and if it's like you know, other tails, stuff like that. It's always parallel to the camera, like almost always. But that's not how natural tails are. I mean, how likely it is that his tail is that much to the side. So I will.
Oh, it's actually not to the side. It's just really long. Like it's not to the side. He's just got a long tail.
Even if in his direction, right, in how his direction, the way he's facing, it's still.
So even if I did this, here, let me show you.
It's like the mermaid tail thing. You know, the tail bit, the fin part, is always like almost entirely facing the camera. But how likely it is that that's so every single time?
Like even if I did that, he's still it's still that he's got a really long tail. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I could do that, but
it's a paradox, right? It's a kind of a paradox with art. It happens often. I see that a lot with
probably another reason is that
real art.
That's the point of the picture, is to show it off.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's it's not 100% a posture that he might have in real life, you know, quote unquote real life. Because
right.
it's how do you call it? What did you call that? The thing where you
foreshadowing?
Where you show people
Displaying
profile? No.
You know, give me more descriptors.
You did that thing for the magazine.
What?
Portraits?
You did the thing for the magazine, whether it's like showing different expressions and stuff. What was that?
That was just the magazine cover.
No. For
profile?
different
the guy character. That's a character sheet.
That's it.
So what now?
So if it's for character sheet purposes, then yeah, by all means. But if it's for a more of a like a still.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my meaning's getting through. I'm getting tired.
No, it is. Like, in other words, like if it was being drawn with the concept of taking a picture, the angle would be different. That's what you're trying to say. It would be, quote, a more natural angle. Whereas it seems like that's what most artists are trying to do, except they're not orienting the body naturally in what you would think would be a natural function. But see, that's the whole problem, is that's the point they're drawing the pictures. They're trying to show it off. So that's why they do that. AKA why I'm doing it. I could, and the thing is, though, is you have to keep in mind, his tail is legitimately at an angle. It might be closer swung our direction, but it is at an angle. And it is a longer tail. It grows longer as they take in their true form.
Yeah.
Because if I were to draw his tail truly like facing us, okay, so like, oh god, hold on.
What?
So I marked
What
on the
should
wrong
happen?
layer. I marked on the wrong layer. So here's his tail as we, hold on. Here's his tail as we see it here in reference to this shot, right? So if I really had it angled where it was literally like flat facing us, it would look like this.
Okay.
Okay, so like he is at an angle. It is actually like facing back behind him. It might be, like I said, it might be swung closer to us than, you know, previously in intention, because I could technically make him swinging it more like this way.
Yeah,
But
it's just,
yeah.
you see, what I was specifically thinking in this specific scenario is that another option would have been not only it curls up, but it can be to the side. So it's like it's hard to show without me, because you could draw what you're intending, right? I can't. So if it was more parallel to the floor.
Are you trying to say
understand?
like this? Like what are you, or do you mean more like this?
I can't see what you're doing right now, so I'll wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, more, no, but like, do the curl just parallel to the floor. Yeah, more parallel to the floor. It doesn't have to be curled up like a cat, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the thing to keep in mind about their tails, though, he'll shake it around, like they move their tails like tails, but they have a tendency to have it curled up simply because this tail does have a function. It is easier, because they can keep track of it, you know, and keep it closer to themselves that way, because, you know, getting your tail smashed by something is easy. But
and not light things on fire.
Well, and the good, well, in this form, actually, that is a possibility if they're not careful. In where is it? It's not there. Hold on.
The humanoid one, right? More human-like.
In the more human-like, I just realized I'm not share screen.
Fire.
1 second. Just give me a second. I forgot I wasn't sharing my screen on Discord. Damn it. I'm about to get rid of that damn folder because I keep hitting it every time. I'm actually looking for something else. Okay, so as you can see what I showed with Liz's tail, which is significantly shorter than any Dratani would ever be. In their concealed form, as you see, you know, like here, they don't have to worry about lighting things on fire so much because with them being concealed, it's at a temperature where it won't actually catch things on fire. I know that's not how fire actually works. These are magical beings, okay? So part of it is because of their magic.
Fire.
Part of it is because that's how their magic intertwines with their fire. But
I like how there's like the fire on his tail here looks like little leaves.
I know, right? Yeah, I noticed that too. That was freaking cute. What was I saying now? Oh, in a more like less concealed point, right? The end of their tail burns a little bit brighter, or burns a little bit more. You can see it has a little bit more fire. And the thing with the entirety of their tail is it functions as a overflow valve, if you will, for their flames. So that's why it's always lit, because it's constantly providing an overflow for the heat. So in the concealed form, it'll be hot, but because they have control over themselves, it won't burn anything. But it will always be on fire, and it will always be hot. So in this form, for example, what he's specifically doing is blowing fire. So like he's showing off. Like he's basically in the Dratani version of the Highland games. I don't know if you've ever heard of Highland games.
Yeah.
I always say that because I never know who hasn't heard of them, but
is it like a show? I know of Highland games, but not like as a show, as just what they do.
It's like strongman competition.
And like all that crap. You know?
Yeah. strongman competitions, more or less,
Yeah.
but done in that
I
fashion.
know what it is, but is it like a show or something?
Yeah, audiences can go and
No.
watch. Yes.
I know the old-timey version, not the, hip new TV version.
Oh yeah, no. Some of them are televised. Yep, that's true. We have a set of Highland Games here, even in Nevada, that happens. Oh, careful. And you can literally you buy tickets and you go and you watch the events. So.
Yep, absolutely.
And so that's basically what he's.
Badass, honestly.
Huh?
That sounds kind of badass.
It's fun. Oh man, it's so fun. And yeah, so that's essentially what this shot is. That's what he's doing. He's participating in one of those. And as you can imagine, with it being that it's fire demons and they're competing against other fire demons and they're doing fire things, there's fire. So
There's fire.
there is fire. So
Always a plus.
right. And so especially when they're revving themselves up to produce more fire, their tails will exactly. Their tails will flare up hotter and brighter and produce more flame as well. So part of why I'm not, this is just in this instance. Like obviously, like when it comes to like other mythical creatures or whatever, it's probably just an artistic habit to curl it up like a cat. But in this instance, kind of a secondary purpose aside from keeping it protected and close to your body is keeping from setting other things on fire is exactly that, to keep from setting things on fire. So you keep it up and curled closer to yourself. That way you don't, set everything behind you on fire. Or like accidentally like flare in someone's face. Like,
yeah.
Theoretically, it would just be other Jotani here during these games. So it would really just be an annoyance if you flared fire up at someone's face or at them. Yeah. There are sometimes witches and others that are invited to attend if you're on good enough standing. Tara being one of them. And so, like, sometimes it's just kind of like you need to be careful. But that said, while it may be natural for them to hold it kind of upward like that, it's still a tail. And so they move it all sorts all over the place. So don't worry, there's definitely going to be a picture where we're seeing him flinging it side to side in aggravation. Especially if
ask if they swish it when they're happy like a cat.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. It's definitely something that they use to emote unless they're like unless they're purposely keeping it still as like a way to remain stoic. But yeah, and it's definitely a thing to fling it side to side angrily like a cat as well. Like that's definitely something that happens too.
Agitated swishing.
The agitating swishing with flames, so stay out of the way kind of thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, this will be fun. So just imagine, that, but at this scale.
Okay.
So that'll be fun to draw, because I literally forgot how I did this. I don't remember how I did this.
Oh no.
So I'm going to have to re-examine this one. That's the only thing that sucks when I do shit like this, is that I never remember how I did it. And so it's like recreating the process all over again.
Well, lucky for you, you got all your layers, and you haven't seemed to merge them yet. So you'll be able to kind of, reverse track them. Because you numbered them as well, file 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
So you can see which steps you took.
Exactly.
For example, if you make layer 1 invisible, what goes? That's your base layer.
The red.
Try,
actually, it looks like 0 is the base layer.
Reverse engineering it, that's all.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually really happy I didn't merge those, because I actually thought I did. That's why I was complaining like that. I'm like, oh man.
If you are unsure, you could always make a little tutorial for yourself as you do it. That's
probably a good idea that I really
I
should
do have a tutorial
Oh,
for
careful.
fire from my Patreon, from Anastasia, whatever, you know. I think I've got fire somewhere. Actually, really handy. She does do a little tutorial about
What is that?
all sorts of little things like that. You know, like right now there's a beer mug tutorial, which is really nice.
Sweet.
She does all sorts, like scroll and ancient book and magic.
Mm-hmm. Scrolls can be fun and annoying, but those can be fun. And I still didn't manage to copy this line.
Which line?
The line for his tail. Oh wait, I know what I can do.
I could kiss whoever made my food because I
Hello.
ordered the steak, but they gave me
I
big ones.
brought my own
Why
bag.
can't you?
Sorry.
Yeah, why can't
Here.
you? Is it? Yeah.
No, I just
Yeah.
cheated, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
This isn't what I was going to do. I know that
And then
there's a
I
way
have
to
6 of these.
isolate a line and do that, but I can't seem to
I'm just
figure it
gonna
out
put
right
them
now.
right in this
That's
bag
okay.
that
I'm
they
not
go
patient
in.
enough to care.
You did it, right? So
I did.
why would you care?
Work smarter, not harder.
Right?
Yep.
Except I don't know how smart that was actually.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a dumb idea. However, wait, since I have it right here.
Just happily sliding down the edge over there. If you want to toss me
What?
the bags, I can bag the rest of it.
What just happened? What?
I know, it's just... The bags are always kind of a pain in the butt when you have to bring them in, so... Okay. Well, so long as it doesn't bother you. Huh? I'm not like... You know...
I sent you the
people-
thing, by the way, Shay.
Kind of
For fire?
irritated
What the
with
fuck? Why
people
is it
bringing
doing
me
that?
bags, so... I always
I'm
like
just
to
gonna
offer,
stop doing that
Wow.
entirely.
mostly
What is
because, you
going
know,
on?
I know it is a little bit of a pain.
Okay, yeah, never mind everything that I just decided I wanted. What the fuck is it doing? Give me just
What's
a second.
the first powwow?
Just what? Give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh, I forgot to put no jalapeno.
You are excused.
First powwow.
It's okay.
powwow is
I'm wearing
pretty
my
much a
mask because mostly
Native American
I'm
get together.
diabetic and have heart conditions, so it's kind of one of those, yeah, I'm just gonna not. Not to mention, I have 2 sons, so I never know what I've got when I've got it. I'm gonna suggest with that one, because it's so tiny, that you toss these in there and be done with it. Because that one's one of my least favorite bags.
That's mine, sir.
Yeah, I was gifted that bag, and I'm like, okay.
I always forget mine in the house.
I do that a lot, but that also means that I have like bags upon bags upon bags of bags. And the cats only poop so much. I have put Walmart bags wherever I possibly could, and
Oh
the
my
only
god, why is
spot
it doing
that
this?
they don't fit
What the fuck?
is the one garbage bag, the one garbage can. So I have to just buy those, and that's it. Otherwise, these Walmart bags, and we still end up with more Walmart bags than
Well, I guess
the
I'm just
law
never
allows.
using this tool ever again.
I always bring it back and put it
Yeah, that's the thing that I always forget.
I have no idea how your thing works, so I can't even help
Then they
you.
just end up,
So
you know,
there's a thing
bad.
called redraw vector line And it literally is supposed to allow you to just take a line that is on a vector layer
Because these are a
and
finite resource.
redo the
I
line.
frequently
Okay.
do remember them.
It
Which
doesn't make a
is
new
nice,
one.
but also
It just allows you to redraw literally the line that already exists. I've done it before. There's a stream that you've seen me do it on. But for some reason, when I'm trying to do it here now, it is making an exact copy of the line above where I'm redrawing. And I don't know why. I don't know what to do about that.
Technology.
Yeah, let's see if it does it with every line. It doesn't do it with every line. It only wants to do it with this line. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get rid of this fucking line. I don't know
Works.
what weird-ass settings are going on with this one line that it's doing that. But we ain't having that. Are you shitting me? What the fuck?
It's not letting you get rid of it?
It's not erasing the line like it's supposed to.
Can I just suggest something? Can I suggest something?
I am just going to erase the line manually.
Why don't you... Is that line right now on its own layer?
No, it is not.
So the best thing to do is probably remake it on its own layer, right? And then duplicate that layer.
No. It's alright. It's alright. I'll just do what I normally do.
Which is?
Just draw it manually.
To draw it a million times until you get it.
It's literally easier for me to do it that way.
Okay. But you can't just duplicate the layer.
Well, okay, so here's what caused the problem. I duplicated the layer, but because the line is an exact copy, you can't just move it around to make it look good. So I had to redraw it, which would normally be fine, except for some reason in the process of copying that line, it literally changed the properties of the line. So while I'm trying to redraw it, it's literally making a copy of the line while I'm drawing.
Same size as the last ones.
Okay.
So I don't know what I did,
I know it's going to be a pain.
And I don't even, it doesn't seem to be an issue.
Like I said,
but it's also too much work, and I really don't care. I'm just going to draw it manually.
You know, I purposely went to the place with spicy food and ordered spicy food, and now I'm eating it and going, this is really spicy.
Good job.
Yeah. Aria, I swear I'm not in the mood today. I will kick you like a football. Like, I won't actually.
Enlarge it to make it fit better.
Because sometimes
making it bigger isn't actually something that will help, and I'll show you why in a minute.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
How about because a significant section of the tail isn't even going to be the final thing? Why don't you just do it bit by bit? Fuck it.
I might, but
fuck it. I mean, like getting out. More than most people, how hard it is to get that long of a line perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And a third of it isn't even going to be shown. Fuck it. Oof. Christ, honestly.
Have a good.
Okay. Get in there. Get in there. That's it.
Dude.
Oh. It's like a live game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Those live wire games.
Don't close that one.
That one's staying.
No.
You're probably having a lag, actually.
Did you do it? I think you did it. I think you did it.
I'm actually going to test the redraw tool because there is a bit that is problematic, but for the most part, it's done. Is it working now?
You're doing it.
Okay.
Shay, I love you. I think you're doing the thing where you're seeing an error that none of us see.
That's exactly what's happening, but because I see it, I have to fix it.
No, I saw that too. That last little bit is visible behind the fingers. It needs just a little bit of, making
readjustment
the width of it more, Yes. Yeah, there you go. Almost. There's that little corner. There's a corner there. There's almost there. Almost.
It's like the tiny triangle
That's
you
it. There
found
you
in the
go.
colors
Done,
on my
done. Don't
condition,
touch it.
and I would have never
Yeah.
known it was there.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it anymore. That's it. You did it.
Nope, I'm gonna leave it alone. But anyway,
Yay.
let me show you. Hold on. What I mean. Yes, that. Okay. Okay, so let me show you what I mean by making it bigger doesn't necessarily always help.
Damn, this is spicy.
Sorry for all the grunting on my end.
You're good.
What? Oh, grunting.
I feel like I could breathe fire.
I mean, that would be fun though, wouldn't it?
Right?
Right?
Actually, you know
I
what? Let
forgot
me
to
do
tell her
it.
no jalapenos, so I'm just suffering through the jalapeno.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Okay. So I've made a line, right? You know what? That's probably too big to try to illustrate my point. Let's try this. Okay, so let's say this is what I'm working with here. Let's say I'm making another random cattail looking thing. So
Nearest one.
I've now copied it, right? So we have another one. So if you look here, because it is literally identical, there's not necessarily a good way to move it in angle that will actually affect what I was hoping to do, which was make the other side of the cattail slash swirl slash whatever I'm doing here, right?
Even
So
if you make it longer,
so
then make it bigger.
if you make it bigger, it still doesn't really work because something somewhere.
It's too identical.
Exactly.
And it's not identical, especially that the width of the tail itself is not a consistent width. It narrows down, doesn't it? It steeples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
So it's one of those
But-
weird things.
Yeah. But then again, if you had, it's still a way for you. It's like a line to follow.
Well, and see, that's
So-
what the redraw tool is for. But it was literally,
Yeah.
it did something to the original line and just sort of fucked everything up. And I'm just not sure why or what. So it was just easier to get rid of that line. Because it was literally, because here's the fun thing about vector layers. A vector layer treats a vector layer versus a rasterized layer, right? Raster layers are for color. Vector layers are quite literally for vectors. Every mark is considered to be a vector. So a good way to show this example is to take the vector tool and literally every mark that is an individual mark is its own entity on this layer. And there are properties for each and every entity on the layer because each entity is a vector. That's what vector layers are for. So that's what had happened is somehow in me doing what I had done, I had changed the properties of this entire vector line. And it just wasn't working right anymore. So, and like I couldn't even erase it properly the way that you should be capable of erasing a vector line. And so that's why it's like, you know what? Let's just get rid of this line because clearly something is wrong.
Okay.
Maybe I can't identify what's wrong, but that's okay. I just need the line gone.
Just get rid of it.
Just get rid of the line. Also, thank you
Yeet
for
the
sending me
line.
the thing. Yeet.
Yeet. Yeetus.
But yeah, thank you
Yeetus
for sending
deletus.
me fire.
Yeetus deletus.
Yeetus deletus.
Accio bomb.
I wish that worked.
Right. Also, yay for your first powwow.
Yeah. I can't wait to go there and see the look on Bitch Potato's face.
That'll be fun.
I'm
Although
happy
to
you
be-
enjoyed that phrase.
I love it, I promise you. Like
Every
every time I talk
opportunity.
about her now, I'm just like, bitch potato.
I'm spreading my goblin ways.
Is Tiff finally getting back to you?
Huh?
Is Tiff getting back to you?
Yeah, she did earlier, but I told her like at 10. But I told her, listen, if we stop now, I'll be sleeping at past midnight, and I'm not for that.
It's like, never mind.
Oops, sorry, I pressed update Discord before I realized the call.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if we had started at 10, it just would have been way too late. So I'd rather do it tomorrow, another day, maybe
Yeah.
like a weekend. So I don't mind staying up a bit late, or I don't mind the kids staying up a bit late because Josh is just basically incapable of taking them to bed at a decent time. He always plays with them, and it's
Yeah.
like, get to fucking bed,
Gets them riled up instead of getting
just
them
get them
brought down.
sleeping. I'm not asking for much. They don't need that much work. You just put them in their bed, say good night, I love you, bye bye, have sweet dreams, and you leave. But then he's like starts talking to them and making like conversations and like like I'll do something really cool with you and exciting and kids are like what that vibrating gif where it's like
Oh
yeah.
vibrating.
Exciting
So this is
things.
not effective. That's not an effective way of sending children to sleep.
It's another one of those, I love you, but you are useless here. Please leave. I knew this would
Hello,
be a
pretty
problem.
man. If I hadn't brought you home, you'd probably be dead, but no use, handsome boy.
Handsome boy be alive.
Thankfully. Everyone's like, oh, he's so pretty, he's so handsome, and all I can think is, yeah, he almost didn't live this long.
Same
Baby
with our
boy.
old man, to be completely honest.
Ow,
Well, mine's not even that old. He's only a year old, but if he had wandered literally anywhere but the parking lot he wandered into, I don't think anyone would have found him.
Yeah.
And he was so
Well,
emaciated, I don't think he had much longer.
oh, baby. Yeah, our old man wasn't quite that bad, but depending on where somebody dropped him off, he probably would have ended up in a fucking road. Or,
Oh, yeah.
being that they dropped him and his brother off in a hamster terrier, most likely, if they hadn't just dropped him off and actually let him out of the bag, he might have actually just, been in the bag, or they could have just dropped him outside, something like that. So, luckily, they were kind enough to let him out of his bag so that he started playing with my sister's cat under the door. And then, of course, my bleeding heart sister was like, "There are kittens! Ah!" So she brought him over to me and goes, "Well, I just need you to hold on to them until the weekend's over so that I can take them in to surrender them. Because I can't surrender them on the weekend because the one that I can surrender them to on the weekend is a kill shelter, and they're kittens, and I can't take them to a kill shelter." And they never left my house.
Y'all
Legend
have all
says
these
they'll still travel the halls.
That's literally what happened to Dorian. I was like, Corbin, catch that kitten, and then I'll take him home, and I'll take him to because we have a no-kill shelter by us. And I was like, I'll take him to the shelter tomorrow. And then he was so cute and so sweet, and I was like, you motherfucker.
How dare you?
And then it
How dare
turned
you.
into, okay, fine, I'll nurse you back to health first, but then you're going to the shelter. And by the time I was done with that, I was like, you're mine now.
How dare you steal my heart?
Y'all have all these heartwarming stories, and I'm just like, I found my cat in a dumpster. And I just brought her into the building and took her home.
That's it.
That sounds about right.
I mean, technically, like, if it weren't for the other cats that we have, so Tibber, I just lost, my eldest son had a cat that was the brother of my husband's cat, and we just lost a month or two before we'd lost Hobbs, and then we lost my grandma, and so I was like, okay, but I can't. I want to have a cat that likes me, and my husband's cat hates me, and my husband's cat hates the kids. So we need a cat that will tolerate the children. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out and find a cat and replace, find a cat that will be a family cat for the kids, and it's my cat. And
Is that
then
the one that
Toby
likes
is
to sleep
decidedly
on your
relaxed.
shoulders? Is that the one that likes to sleep on your shoulders?
That's the one that likes to occasionally, like when he gets on me, he gets up on my face, but then he won't hold still because he's just so fat. He will get on me, but he thinks that he's unstable because he's so fat, and so he like prances around on my chest, and eventually I have to get him off my chest because he keeps prancing around, and he's like 15 fucking pounds of cat on my neck.
Yeah, sounds about
I'm
right.
like, I love you, child. No, we're done with this. The one who ends up actually sleeping on me is my husband's cat, because after he got over the fact that I brought home kittens, he decided that I wasn't so bad. And now he sleeps on me when I lay on the couch, because he's like, there's a human, they are horizontal. I need that warming pad. That is my place to exist. I'm like, bro.
Dude, I never knew how badly cats could hold grudges until I brought Arya and Dorian home.
Oh my god.
Because I brought Arya home and Loki did not come to sleep in bed with me for like 2 weeks. I was like, oh my god, my cat is genuinely pissed at me. And then I brought Dorian home and he did the same exact thing.
Devin tried to starve himself.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Yeah, like, talk about dramatic little shits. My husband's cat went on a hunger strike when we got Tibber. I'm just like, cat, are you fucking shitting me, bro? Luckily, Nicholas is home, so that means I have somebody to help me carry all this shit in the house.
My brother put tape on the cat's paw one time, like 3 weeks after I brought that feral little shit home. My cat pissed in his shoe for like a solid 2 months.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that sounds like a cat, all right.
That's a cat.
That's a cat. Shit.
How happy
Oh, good. I didn't lock my car. That's good. Orion, honey.
Oh, ugh.
Orion?
Man, I can't even say anything because during one of my depressive episodes, I decided that the item I wasn't going to touch during the depressive episode was the litter box, which I know is bad, but I never did again because my cat decided to protest.
We're going to
Very physically, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
And the other thing is,
I've never had an issue with them, and I haven't had an issue since. But that week that I didn't scoop the litter box, that's the only time they have ever peed outside the litter box. And I was like, you know what? This is much worse. I'm just going to scoop the litter box.
It's not funny, but it's funny. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's hilarious.
Fine.
It's not funny. It's hilarious.
I can laugh at my own depressive episodes once they're past. It's just not very funny when I'm in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I can laugh at the fact that in trying not to do stuff I didn't want to do because I was sad and wanted to lay down, I just gave myself far more work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Me win financial incentive.
Hmm?
Me win financial incentive.
Right.
Did you actually crawl in my cabinet while I was at work? Because I don't think that was open
No.
when I left.
Okay, but that's hilarious. Listen, if you hurt my bird, I will cry. Then we'll both feel stupid.
Okay, watch out. That one's got
I know.
that one's got glass in it.
Fucking love it.
Hey, Loki, please don't lay on my
little
phone.
heart. It's such a cute picture. Sorry.
You may cuddle me. You may snuggle
Back
me.
to-
Do
back to
not
the
lay
art.
on my phone.
Back to grunting.
Careful now.
He hears you guys talking. He's like, this phone is making noise. I must lay on it.
Ha.
He hates my phone.
Good
He hates
cat.
my phone. He knows it distracts me. So he'll lay on it if it's making noise, like if I'm playing a video or something, and he'll bap it out of my hand if I'm reading.
Oh my god.
What a shit.
Yeah, he's like,
Mother
Mom, pay
must not pay
attention.
attention.
He's like,
Mother
Mother.
must pet me.
Exactly. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna regret
It's not
eating
important.
that later, but it was good for right now.
Oh god. Ah! Shit. Lost control of my buttons there for a second. Don't mind me.
Oh, wow. There's just one bag left. Yeah.
What the hell is this?
What?
New fanfic posted called Kiki Mora's Best Self.
Oh no.
Oh, I saw that earlier.
Is it good?
I have no idea.
Oh,
It's
no,
hard
I'm
to
reading
tell
the
because it's
summary.
only one chapter.
Yeah, it's only one chapter so far. They just posted it.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks like it has the potential to be really interesting, but that kind of depends on how the author does it.
Here, the too long didn't read is the Kiki Mora redemption fic no one else got around to writing. I like a challenge.
Ha.
Want to see something cool?
Yes, show me something cool.
You know what? You're not gonna believe this, but she might actually get a redemption in After the End. Well, not the first book, but
Eventually.
My finger was one of the nails in the stuff we did.
As long
Oh,
as she gets hunted at least once first.
that will probably happen actually.
She is small like football. Punt her.
Like a football. Okay.
You finish writing that, I will read the hell out of it, but I don't trust incomplete story.
We only have about 10 minutes to get out the door. Those can just go on top over here.
Yeah, I hold the priority for the incomplete stories in your brain apparently.
Yeah, you
no,
do.
I'm-
Because you managed to itch a very specific part. There are very few. I can count the number of incomplete Owl House fics I'm
Same over
currently reading on one hand.
I'm going to go downstairs and grab
It's
my
a certain
computer
part
real
of my
quick.
brain.
Nice.
Okay.
But there's
Is mine one of them?
mayonnaise.
Yes. Two
Which
of them
one's
go here,
yours?
one goes in the refrigerator.
The accidental chat fic thing.
I think I looked at yours, but I did not read it.
They're over there.
Oh, you suck.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but it is really funny. If you're in for a good laugh at some point, you should totally check it out.
Yeah, no, definitely. I didn't know.
Actually,
It
give me
was
that
you.
back.
Farrell, wait. Farrell, what's your
That's the-
AO3 name?
Foofy thing.
Yeah, I named it after my cat.
All right. Yeah, I think I distinctly remember when that got posted, and I looked at it, and I went, "Oh, another chat fic," and I kept.
Juju, it is not another chat fic. This is the chat fic.
I would have read it when it got completed.
It
Well, the
is
first one is
completed.
complete now.
Oh, then I probably did read it. Oh, Titan above. Hang on one second. Luffy thing. AO3.
Yeah, the first one is now done. I need to finish it. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I posted the first chapter of the second one whenever it actually starts for the Owl House
Mhm.
yesterday, so.
Oh well, now that'll be fun though.
Wait, is it Poofy thing or Floofy thing?
F00. Yeah, FOO. Not-
Foofy thing?
Yes.
Yeah, Foofy.
Foxtrot, Oscar, Oscar, Foxtrot.
With zeros?
No.
No, just
With
the
O's?
Oxtrot. That'd be the O's.
I accidentally said 0 and I have no idea why.
Is it FOOFY thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Why do you not exist in the Google search? Is it one word or is there an underscore?
It's one word.
One word.
What the hell? Google, why?
I'll try to send a link to y'all.
Why are you even searching through Google? Just go on AO3 and type it in the search bar there.
Because I can never figure out how to use AO3 search bar.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Girl.
I love you.
Yes, I'm
I've
aware.
never used it because I suck at it. I don't know what's wrong with it. Hang on, Foofy. Thing. I swear every time I try to use this damn search bar, nope, it's literally telling me you don't exist.
Holy shit.
I'm getting a link. Hold on.
Actually, I think you put a link in the storytime section somewhere. Link us.
What is it under links us up, babes?
Or maybe not. I don't know. Nope, that's nope. Never mind. There is no
That was
link
on
in there.
I'll put it in the link us up, babes. Give me just a second.
Yes.
Alrighty. I forgot that I put that in there. I wrote this on my phone instead of sleeping. I pass out now.
Yep, you did.
All right, there we go.
Oh no, you know what? I haven't seen yours. You know why?
Why?
Because it's not tagged with Rada, and that's the only tag I look at.
Oh yeah, Rada's not a thing in this one.
Not yet. It is possible in the second one if I just wouldn't have yet tagged it because it's not really focusing on that.
No, you're good. I'm one of those people when I get in a fandom and I find my niche in said fandom, I do not exit that niche unless something really catches my eye, and that usually happens on Tumblr or something.
Yeah.
So that's why I hadn't seen it, is because I
Why are
don't
you
check
looking
the
at
Owl
my
House archive
picture?
by itself.
I am still waiting for the day that Terra/Faust becomes an official tag.
If you keep
We can make
posting
that
enough, it
happen.
will.
Yeah, I still have to do.
We could totally make that happen.
Yeah, I need to hurry up and finish the second fucking story. It's only halfway done.
Honestly,
Although-
I think.
What?
Oh, I was gonna
Glad
say,
you
I think
think.
there's only. I think there's only 3 stories. This is why I don't read incomplete stories. I think there's only 3 stories I started reading incomplete that are still actively updating. Yours not included.
Hey.
No, yours not included in those 3. I mean,
Oh,
yours
I
is the
see.
4th one.
Dude,
No, I completely
where
forgot
the
you.
fuck did you learn how to drive, asshole?
But one of them is the Ida was pretending to be Rain's bodyguard while wearing a concealment stone, and Rain accidentally fell in love with the bodyguard. Now Ida's struggling.
Oh no. Okay, but that's funny.
That sounds hilarious.
Yeah, see, that one caught my attention because I was like, oh, there's a lot of potential for drama there. And then there's the Ida and Rain had a one-night stand, but Rain was married, but they just got a divorce, and now Ida's fucking pregnant.
Oh my god.
So that's another one that I'm actively reading. I'm actively reading yours. I still look at Moonshadow occasionally, but I don't like regularly read it like I did before. And yeah, those are the only ones I'm actively following. There's a Love Potion one that caught my attention, but it's only got 2 chapters so far, so we'll see if I actually keep following it.
There's another good one you might like, actually, now that I think about it. It's one where Luce is a little bit younger, like 10 years old or something.
We have 2 minutes.
Are you talking
till we
about
leave.
What Big Claws?
Yes.
See, I looked at that one, and I love Ito's work. I've read all of their work, except that one, and the only reason I haven't read that one is because I started writing it before Lilith's Arrow Ace was canon, so Lilith has a ship in it, and it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, she actually addressed. They actually addressed that a bit though.
Did they?
Yeah, it's like sometimes I like kissing and all, but most of the time, not really. I'll just hold your
Oh,
hand and
okay.
be happy with that. So,
Okay. See, I didn't know that. I just saw the tag, so I didn't read it. But knowing that, I might actually go read that one then. Because I know everyone loves it. It was just, that was the one thing that was off-putting for me.
yeah.
Because, yeah, I didn't count Ito's fics in that because I read everything Ito writes, but I'm definitely following Ito's incomplete fics too.
Lol.
Okay, that's just all.
What really surprised me was to find out that Ito was reading mine. I'm like, what? Because they
Yeah,
left.
Ito occasionally pops. I think Ito ghost reads a lot and then forgets and then hits the kudos later because I've realized I think they were following my Ito's Dark Past this whole time and I didn't realize it until they hit kudos on a few things. But yeah, I literally found Ito because of Tiny Freeloader, so.
Tiny freeloader.
Yeah, it's another Ida slept with Rain while they were drunk and got knocked up.
Lol.
Ito's the reason there's a weird pregnancy king thing in this fandom.
Oh dear.
Ito started it.
They'll blame it all on Ito.
Okay, baby. I'm gonna be in the car.
Although I did find it hilarious that Lilith went from chasing Rain about to kick his ass to just hugging Etta in like 0 time at all.
Well, yeah, what the fuck else was she gonna do?
Finish kicking Rain's ass because she came pretty close to killing him.
Yeah, well, in her defense, they kind of were stupid in that one. Granted, if she wants to kick their ass in the other fic I'm reading, she has every right, because they're really being a dumbass in that one.
It's like, Rain, stop being a dumbass.
Granted, in their defense, they did just finish a divorce in that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Just so I got a comment on one of my fics complaining how it was something that would never happen in canon.
You did? Well, that's rude.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
dumb.
dude, I'm sitting there and I'm staring at it, and I'm like, you're not wrong, but also, you realize this is fan fiction, right?
Right? Yeah. Like, listen, dumbass. Like,
The whole reason for fanfiction.
I was like, do you know where you're at, bro? Did you get lost?
did you get lost?
Do you need a map?
Shit.
How was the cool day, kiddo?
Is this it?
Okay.
That is the wrong one.
Yep, the part where you cut yourself on the fingernail. That part sucks.
I love that I made this account so I could write My Hero Academia fanfiction, and now I have 49 Owl House fics. 39? 39? 49? 39? 37, I can't count. Anywho's No.
It's
Anywho's it's. Point is, I made this account to write My Hero Academia, and that's not what happened.
lol.
To be fair, I made mine to write like in Kanto, so you can see how that worked.
I guess I should say I made this pseudonym, because I've been on AO3 since 2015, and I started writing Dragon Age, but I have 5 different pseudonyms.
I think I'm probably potentially going to just go my entire time on AO3 without making a pseudonym.
You have a pseudonym, sweetie. It's Shei Konyamo.
That's my account name.
Yes, that's your pseudonym, though.
I mean another one.
Oh, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
that is your pseudonym, though.
Yeah, no, when there's a difference between your account and making pseudonyms because the pseudonyms are extra as far as I'm concerned. I understand that is still theoretically, according to how pseudonyms work, that is a pseudonym, but Like,
Well, especially because the way AO3 works is if you make another one, it just immediately puts your original account name behind it. You can't ever,
Yeah.
like, make a real and true proper pseudonym. You have to just make a whole nother account. Yes, I know what
Where
you're
you post
talking about.
anon.
Yeah. Or that.
But
yeah.
no, the only reason I did it that way is because it was easier for me to sort my shit.
Yeah.
which is fair.
Understandable.
I'm not
'Cause
worried
I've got
about
all-
sorting my shit. All my shit's my shit.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. It made sense in my brain. I think it's also because at the time I had when I first started doing it, I had 3 different Tumblr accounts that I was running for 3 different fandoms, and so I made the pseudonyms to correlate with my Tumblr accounts.
That's fair.
And then after that, I was like, ah, fuck it, I already did this. I might as well just keep them sorted. And then I threw all of my fanfiction.net stuff under my fanfiction.net name. Because I started to get threats from the freaking rule-thumping assholes over there, so I was afraid they were going to get removed, so I backed them up on AO3.
What were they threatening you with?
I wrote smut.
You can write smut on fanfiction.
No, you can't. It's against the terms of use.
There's a real good chance that it's gonna get canceled. If not Thursday, then. If
You
not,
have any idea how much fucking smut
tonight
I
or
read
maybe
on
tomorrow morning.
fanfiction?
Oh, so did I, but it is against the terms of use. Like, if they report you, they will remove it without notice.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, that's why I left
Like, what the fuck's the
fanfiction.net,
point of that,
because they
though,
started
guys?
the mass report. And then someone else got butthurt because I put an author's note at the end of the story. And they're like, your author's note's not supposed to be its own chapter, I'm gonna report you. I'm like, go suck a dick.
Do these people need to go
Wow.
touch grass or some shit? Like,
Apparently, very good.
They don't
Dude,
even know
seriously.
what grass
They
is.
have an entire, like, I don't even know if they're still active anymore, but when the fanfiction.net forums were really active, they had their whole own, like, section on there, and I went and stalked them once because I was curious, and it's literally just a whole bunch of people who have nothing better to do than report people's stories. They're like, we're just trying to make fanfiction the, like, best,
Dobby?
most safest place we can.
no, you're not. You're just being a dick.
Exactly. But yeah, I had, let's see, someone reported one of my Thor fics, someone reported one of my Naruto fics. It was fine. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna back my stuff up and leave. Bye.
I need to go ahead and.
I finally
You're
left
not
mostly
being
because I couldn't get onto fanfiction anymore. Like literally, I couldn't fucking log on.
Yeah, I had to do it for her because she couldn't just couldn't get in there.
Yeah.
Some weird
Yeah, I
ass
was
shit.
dual posting for a while. So like for a minute there, I was updating my fics on FFN and on AO3, and then it just hit a point where I was like, you know what, fanfiction's not even worth it anymore. So I just went exclusively AO3.
Yeah. I agree with that decision.
And then I left a note at the bottom of my author profile on FFN saying, yo, if you're wondering what happened to me, I'm here now. Which, it was great, because when I finally wrote the Thor rewrite, because that was a story where I had discontinued the series, but I put in an author's note that I was planning to rewrite it, and then I never posted it to fanfiction.net because I left. And I posted the rewrite to AO3, and one of my old readers from fanfiction.net found it.
Sweet.
Because they left an author's note, and they're like, I'm glad you put that note at the top, because when I first saw this, I thought someone had copy-pasted your story from FFN.
Oh shit.
I was like, no, I was like, it's me. They're like, yeah, I realized it's the update, or the rewrite now. They're like, yay. I was like, well, I'm glad you found me.
Oh, I has made a mistake.
Oh no.
I'm
Has
good at
I?
those.
Wait, can I do that? Oh, I can. Oh. Well, that worked. Okay, that's cool, but it's not going to work for the other ones, so.
Every time I read the title of this fic that I wrote, it gets that fucking song in my head, because that's what I pulled the title from.
What is it? What is it?
It's how far we've come from Matchbox 20.
No.
How far we've come.
Yeah, by Matchbox 20. But the first line in it is waking up at the start of the end of the world. And that's what I named my fic, was waking up at the start of the end of the world.
Lol.
I've done stuff like that to myself. There was one that I read for a little while. I ended up like dropping the fic because it was a long fic that just kind of started going off the rails. But I started reading it specifically because the title was a quote from a Cyndi Lauper song. I was like, okay, I gotta see what the fuck this is about, that they're quoting that Cyndi Lauper song in their fucking title in a Mass Effect fic. I was like, it's a Cyndi Lauper quote on a Mass Effect fic. What? It did end up going off the rails a little bit, and not to mention, I think if memory serves, it was one where it was written, like, co-written by two people, and I liked the one author, and I didn't really like the other author. So that meant that the character that the one author would main was great fun, and the one that the other author would main was not great fun. So it got frustrating.
I get that.
All right, Levy, have fun.
I laugh at myself sometimes when I'm going through my stories because I am literally the embodiment of the by Fallout Boy meme from the 2000s.
Wow.
Because my titles are all super freaking long.
Yup.
I still do that sometimes. If someone says a really long sentence, my brain just goes by Fallout Boy, and I'm like, oh god, I'm old.
Shit. So that's where all that coffee went.
Uh-oh.
When I last filled up the car, I ended up like knocking over my coffee mug.
Mm-hmm.
And had to snap it up real quick. Well, it's in a travel mug, so I didn't think that I had gotten a bunch of coffee everywhere because I didn't see a bunch of coffee everywhere. The reason I didn't see a bunch of coffee everywhere is because the coffee went into the glove compartment.
Oh, lovely.
So now, I have to figure out how to get this coffee out of the fucking glove compartment without the appropriate supplies, specifically without water. Clean up after the fact that I'm going to sop up most of the coffee. There's going to be coffee left after I sop up most of the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the few days where I did not bring a thing of water with me. I'll let you clean that up for me, thank you.
Beads. Because fuck yeah.
I'm waiting for our duet to get to the writing whips.
Oh, yeah. I don't have enough for that.
I told them they could use mine. I don't know if they will or not. I'm just waiting to see. Also, I'm laughing because Heartstrings just extended. We were supposed to have our next deadline, this be the 18th, and they just extended it to the 25th because so many people asked for extensions, and I'm sitting over here like, my fic's been done since fucking check-in 1.
Ha. Well, because it's one that you had already started writing anyway, huh?
Yeah, well, technically I'd already started the Already Wet one, too. It's just that one gave me brain block.
I'm sorry, Already Wet?
Huh?
Did you just say the fix name was Already Wet?
No, I said the R duet.
Oh,
Sorry.
our duet. Okay.
I had already started, but that one gave me brain block.
Wow, I wonder where my fucking brain is. Shit.
I gotta figure out what the heck I'm writing for the Rata exchange.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
But I'm very pleased that this person said they like angst with a happy ending, because I'm
Oh,
like,
the
oh, you got the
memes!
right author.
Oh, sorry. I will be right back.
Okie doke.
Don't mind my really loud. Anyway.
Donna post. I just now, since I'm finally actually getting to sit still, I'm looking through what all got posted. Donna posted that meme.
Posted a
You
bunch.
hurt my bird, I will cry. Then we'll both feel stupid.
I posted quite a lot. Fell into the meme
Yeah.
hole. I like how they made him so buff as well while he's saying it.
Right? It's geeky over there.
Okay, I have until April 1st to rate something.
Weren't you guys talking about that the other day? This? I'm just sending something.
All right, y'all. I'm at work, so I gotta go.
Later, hon.
Going? Oh,
My God.
What?
Oh my God. When I opened this email that I got from the Rata exchange, I didn't look at the person's socials, I just looked at the name of my giftie. I just looked at their socials, and I know this author because we were mutuals on Tumblr and read each other's stories. So I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, no wonder you like angst with a happy ending. I know you.
infamous.
Oh my God, this is the 15-year-old I'm a little bit concerned about. Okay, well, I gotta think of what I'm writing you now that I realize I know you.
Peekaboo?
Ooh, that Eda and Rain one is adorable.
Oh.
Sometimes I wonder how I taste. I can help with that. Him thinking she's going to bite him, her thinking she's going to smooch on him.
I've seen it the other way
Sorry,
around, too.
them. It's fantastic.
Why
I
was it
want
so
to know
easy
how
to
many
curse?
people-
Because I was sleeping?
Right?
Like, for fuck's sake.
I say that all the time. Why are you so
Please don't die, Donna.
I want to know how many people signed up for this exchange that this is the person I ended up being matched with. I want to know what that statistical probability was.
Why, you feel like that's a bad thing or a good thing?
No, oh, you weren't in the chat. You walked away. I had looked at my giftie's name, which was Lily, but I didn't look at anything else, and I just reopened the email to check the socials to see if I like recognized them on AO3 or something, and it's freaking not Bobo.
Who's not Bobo?
Not Bobo writes one of my favorite fanfics and also reads my fanfics, and we've also chatted on Tumblr. So I'm over here like,
Also,
I want to know what the statistical...
for their username, man.
Right. But I'm over here like, what was the statistical probability of me being matched with this person? Because I'm really curious now.
Right? That's cool, though.
Yeah, no, I'm freaking excited.
They're like, I
But
am
that
no
also-
longer concerned that you will like my
No.
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I didn't know what the heck I was gonna write because I was like, okay, I don't know this human. That's also why I went to look because I was like, well, maybe if I'm lucky, they'll have read my stuff. Yeah, no, I won the freaking lottery.
Ha! I feel kind of bad that I didn't end up signing up for the exchange, but I have too much. Too much.
I was gonna say you got a lot going on. Don't feel
You've got
bad.
a lot going on, hun. No. None of that. Stop that.
Meh. Also, beads. Fucking love beads.
Beads. Me too. I love beads too. I like the actual physical beads, but yes, beads are good.
Beads. I'm happy I downloaded a tool for these beads.
Ooh.
It was funny. Hollow's like, the individual bead details. Like, honey, I did not do that.
I can give you a bunch of Gumroad links to people that make brushes that are for free, you know? Like...
Oh yeah, I got
download-
this for free from the Clip Studio stuff, but absolutely, yeah, whatever you got, I will absolutely take a look at it.
You went to the snail one, right? I always forget the name.
I just went to the Clip Studio Assets thing and searched for free brushes.
Pull Forever.
Huh?
Gumroad. And if you just... And then if you just select like 0 for maximum price,
Right.
we'll just give you the free stuff. And there's a lot. Really useful things.
Yeah.
Like there's a little rope, like a little braid, a plait one. There's a little mushroom one.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, no, books, footsteps. There's a rainbow one. Lace, the lace and the pleats are really nice, I think.
Oh yeah.
And snake skin, shit like that.
Yeah, send me a link.
Yeah, the gradients are lovely as well. Really pretty colors. Although that's easier to do.
Oh, you know what? I did a dumb earlier. Why did I not do it this way? Oh wait, I know why I didn't do it this way. I think I know exactly why I didn't do it
Doing
this
it
way.
the way you did it is not a dumb.
Yeah, because the way I did it was definitely not actually a dumb. But there are still ways to do it better. I can still do a thing.
The thingy thing.
The thingy thing.
You know, I brought stuff to be productive while I was listening to you. And you know what I'm gonna end up doing?
Not that.
Yep, nothing.
Nothing that I was intending on doing.
Not a damn thing.
And you know, sometimes you just need to do nothing.
Titan, I'm not a monster.
What?
The only things I was asked to not include are cheating and major character death, and I went, damn, I'm not a monster.
Well, you would do cheating in a way that wouldn't be monstrous in a rate fic. Like,
Well, okay, let me
not cheating between her and them, but cheating between, say, her and somebody else with them.
Yeah, no, I was about to say I can't even say I don't write either of those, but I have written both of those. But I would not have done that in the
For
context
a gift
of Rita.
exchange, like.
or for a gift exchange. Like, damn. Unless you asked me to rip your heart out, in which case, okay, challenge accepted.
They're like, I want you to murder me, and you're like, okay, bro.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I put do not include major character death on mine, too.
Right? I'm
I
still
feel
kind of
bad
reeling
for
over the
whoever
fact
got
that that Donna kind of called me out on the whole CBT thing.
I don't know what that is.
Wait, called you out on what?
On the cock and ball torture
really
stuff.
did.
Oh, CBT.
There was a lot. There was more. I could have gone on more, but it was like
I
was
didn't
like
know what that
ignoring
acronym stood for, and I just didn't get around to asking.
Oh, honey.
I had to, like, if I didn't see it, I would know it's a thing if I didn't see it on that website.
Right?
See,
Wait, were
I
you
also
taking
am
the
just
quiz?
really bad at acronyms, so
Yeah, in fairness, like, I didn't actually know. I don't like recognize it at sight when I see the acronym. So like, I totally get you.
I'm about to out
Um,
myself on
oh,
what
no.
I fucking read.
you don't have
Because I
to.
always recognize
Yeah,
that
because
on
I don't. The problem with me is I don't like shy away from much. There's very few things that I shy away from.
Yeah, but you don't intentionally go into it thinking,
Yeah.
this is what I'm going to write about. You just kind of let it go into all its dark and twisted paths. Which is,
That one was dark as fuck.
oh, that was very bad.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, when Lynn had her superhero phase, and it got dark most of the time.
I
don't remember
evidently
what it was
haven't
called
read
off the
this
top of my
one.
head. Not actually sure that you haven't. Let me look up what the name of it is real quick.
Of course, I'm doing very little reading anyway, but
Well, it's been a while since this one came out.
BRB.
okay.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, I got the Virgin in Theory horror in practice. My best friend got the God is Watching You.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Let's see here.
They even messaged me. They're like, "How did I get this? How did mine come out worse than yours?" And I was like, "I don't know, dude."
Well, only you can answer that. What the fuck you asking me for?
I barely didn't get that one because I had a 13 and they had a 10, so they only beat me by 3 points.
Lol. I was gonna do the quiz. I'm sorry I didn't end up doing it at all.
No, it's fine.
Like, I opened it to do it, and then that was just too much, like, brain power for me at that moment in time, for some reason. And,
It happens.
I think another problem is that I was also kind of getting into the whole, like, there's not a whole, like, there's stuff that like, it was hard for me, to differentiate between what I would read and what I would write. And then it was also hard for me to be like, well, I can't say that I wouldn't read that, because generally I will give something a try, at once, you know what I mean? So it's like one of those things where, I don't know, maybe I would read that. So I was thinking too hard.
The problem for me was the difference between the score of what I would read if something caught my eye, what I wouldn't shy away from, and what I would actively choose to read are two very distinctly different things.
Right.
So
I just based it off of things I have read.
See, and I don't even remember all the shit that I have read. So, like, for instance, obviously, I read the shit that I write, and I honestly should have, like, the only reason that I haven't changed the tags, because Donna pointed this out to me. One of my stories, My Territory, Bog almost gets his balls cut off. Like, he gets cut there.
Oh boy.
And
really badly.
yeah, pretty badly. Pretty fucking badly. And
As
then
in, like, if he wasn't above human.
Yeah, he'd have lost
bad.
his knackers for sure. He'd have been a eunuch. But like, I wrote that, so I will read that because I wrote that. So I don't really see there being a huge difference between what I will read and what I'll write. But the thing is I don't necessarily think about what things might be called. I'm bad at tagging. So like, that is some CBT. The only thing that's stopping me from that is nobody's enjoying themselves at all. Nobody.
Well, I mean, Roland did enjoy it. He enjoyed it.
Maybe a little bit. Maybe certainly more than any normal human really should. But but yeah. So like, it's like that's the only thing that stopped me from actually tagging that as CBT at this point. Now that I'm like, oh yeah, that kind of is. Holy shit.
You did tag it as torture.
I did tag it as torture, yes. But like, a lot of that stuff was things like I just ignored the ones that were stuff that I wouldn't say absolutely no to, because despite the fact that I don't like ABO, I have read ABO. Despite the fact that I don't necessarily like MPreg, if there was something compelling about it, I wouldn't necessarily shy away from MPreg. I would probably still on that list click off MPreg because I do try to actually avoid them, but if something came up and I was like, okay, yeah, that character like shapeshifts, so technically they're a dude. Whatever, they shapeshift back and forth, cool, okay, fine.
It's kind of like on the line of, you don't blacklist it, but you don't actively search it, you know?
Right.
So that's kind of like me, you know, like I said, you know, it's hard for me to fill this list because it's not something I would intentionally go search, but if it's by someone I think might be interested, the way they present it is looks interesting, then yeah, I would give it a try. I would give it just about anything a try.
Yeah. So like I said, the things, if I go through and mark things that I have searched for and know that I have read and enjoyed because that tag was on there, then that is about the amount that I typed out, that I put down. But if you were to fill the whole list out and I uncheck the things that I will actively avoid, that is an entirely different number.
Yep.
It's a very, very different number.
See, the way I took, at least like that, probably actively to take the quiz in terms of what it was supposed to be gauging is whether or not you have read it versus whether or not you would actively seek it out. Because I checked some stuff on there that I would not actively seek out. It was just at one point or another something about it intrigued me.
It's too vague. It's too vague. I mean, if you've been in the, I've
given the context of the quiz, and that's my fault. It's based off of the Rice Purity test, so it is supposed to be things you've done.
Yeah. Well, personally, to me, right, until 3 years ago now, right, I had no idea fanfiction was even a thing. Honestly, I didn't even know there was Discord, you know, like I know nothing. I knew absolutely zero. Start from zero. And even I, by now, have read quite a bit of it because it's so fucking available.
Oh yeah, no.
That's a
it's
horrific
like a free freaking library.
It's so fucking available. It's everywhere. On AO3, which is like, it's like a beautiful monster, you know, where everybody can find something, their niche, as well as something that they would abhorrently avoid. And you know, that's what people are trying to protect about AO3. When people try and go like they need to censor it more, you know. But like that defeats
Noise
the whole
ban.
point. That defeats the fucking point.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the
Yep.
blacklist exists.
Yeah, like, just because I don't like a lot of the incest tags doesn't mean that those people don't get to have a spot to put their shit. Like, I'm not going to read most of that shit. That is one of the things that is a hard no on me on a lot of different fandoms. There are some fandoms that I'm like, okay, but they're not actually. So that's fine, just because they grew up as siblings, whatever. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but people don't know how to fucking tag, or they over tag, or they under tag. They just don't know how to fucking tag sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of times they would be like, "Oh, let's err on the side of caution," but that can be off-putting because it's like a mention of an event would get a tag, but that's not. You're not actually writing about this event. This event isn't actually relevant to your story. You're just mentioning it or remembering something, you know. And it's. I feel like at that point, it should be on chapter basis. It's or like give like the trigger warnings at the beginning of the chapter, like instead of getting the tag over the whole work, especially when people do like 200k words. It's like ridiculous amount.
That's what I'm. Yeah, and see that's what I'm doing. I have trouble sometimes because there's certain things that I keep thinking I need to tag for, but they are specifically remembered events or something only seen in flashback or something that is alluded to, like that's what's happening, but you don't actually get to read it. So
yeah, of course. It's but the thing is, like when you pick up a book, you don't get tags or trigger warnings there, do you? You just kind of like, it is what it is, and if you get something triggering, you get something triggering, and that could be it's off-putting for a lot of readers to read books because if there's something that deeply upsets them and they don't know if they will encounter this, it could just make them very wary of a book, of reading, real books, which is definitely a con to it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a downside.
That kind of makes me kind of remember like the Wild West days of fan fictions where
that's
like,
what I was about to say is like because I've been reading fan fiction for 15 plus years and I remember the days of you don't know what the hell you're going to get when you open this.
Right.
I didn't, so I'm like
once upon a yesteryear, like it used to be like that.
Granted, back in the ye old west of fan fiction, don't read was very much a real thing that people struggle with anymore. So,
yeah, that's true.
It's nearing midnight here, and I am gonna retire.
Okay.
Very
soon.
Soon.
Plan,
Careful.
I'm sick.
I swear, do not die.
It better
not allowed.
What?
I said you're not allowed to die.
You're not allowed to die.
No.
No dying.
No.
Not today.
Nope. Mm-mm. But
Not
okay,
allowed.
are you heading out now, or just in a few minutes, or?
In a few minutes, I'm just letting you know, so it's not like so abrupt.
Okay.
Like, bye. I'm gone.
Goodbye. Bam. Like, nice talking. I'm just drawing the gems that I forgot to put on here. Don't worry.
Okay, I have to ask, am I the only one who actively seeks out ABO fics?
Yes. I didn't even know what the fuck they were.
Probably.
I think
Lynn's over there talking about how she tries to avoid them, and I'm over here like, ooh.
Hey, it's okay. You can like what you like, all right. However, in answer to your question, I think Farrell likes ABO as well, but she'd have to get on here when she gets a chance to verify that.
I know it's a very like niche side of fandom, and it's a very controversial
I
one.
mean, is it though?
No, it is. It's more than you
Is
would
it?
think.
Is it
There are
though?
more.
It's so
There are
popular.
more
They
people.
make fucking books about this.
No, I
know?
know, but there are more
Like-
people who find it controversial than there are people who read it. Trust me, I have
Yeah,
been
that's
attacked
because it's
more
so
than once.
fucking famous. It's because it's so known. It's not that niche. It's one of the most known.
It
and
started out
most-
niche,
most-
man. When I
most
started reading
notorious
ABO, no one knew what the fuck it was.
Well, it's well, but Shay doesn't count. She lives under a rock. Okay.
Hey, shut up.
She's not under normal rules. Okay.
But no, literally when I started reading it when it first became a thing, and it was a niche, and it was a very controversial niche.
Yeah, but
I think the
what
reason
you said,
Donna's
you've
like,
been reading
I think what
characters for
Donna's getting
16
at
years.
is because like Donna and me and Tiff and like several other people are bombarded daily with those apps that are just promoting ABO stories. They're like, hey, read this, read
Oh my
this, read
God.
this, read this. And that's what she's getting at, is because it can't be too very niche anymore, because good God, they are advertising it at alarming rates. But you don't use Facebook anymore, right? Because these are on Facebook.
I was gonna say, I don't
I've
really
seen
use
pictures.
Facebook,
I've
and I
seen
have
pictures of the
YouTube
kind of shit I
Premium,
get.
and I have
You know,
an
I don't
ad
get it
blocker.
anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I
So-
don't get that anymore. You know that? I
Oh,
don't
you
get that
don't?
anymore. No, it was just like a year where I was just a sleuth of it. It is just horrific, and I fucking hate it. And the way they present it, but it's.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
the
it's not even
freaking
like
webtoons, like
it's
the
not even
webtoons ones are
attractive kind of
disgusting.
ABO.
I won't touch those.
it's not even like appealing sort of ABO. You know, like they
No,
did.
I know what you're
somebody
talking
wrote-
about. Those like the webtoon ads and whatnot, and those are gross. Like I said, I won't touch those.
No,
Well-
the kind of ABO that is like, oh, I've been abused by my family, and then they're selling me to the alpha. Oh, and he's such
Yeah,
a fine
no,
man. He
I don't
killed
touch
everybody I
those.
know. He killed his wife or whatever. And it's like, come on, bro. It was like that. Like it was like that every day. Every day I'd get like.
Granted, when I was a
different
teenager, I
kinds.
probably would have loved the fuck out of that. But as I've gotten older, that shit's just, I'm like, no. I'm like, don't touch that.
No.
Just no.
Probably because I've had life experiences at this point that wholly contradict any of me wanting to read stuff like that anymore.
Yeah.
You're mature, right? I mean, good for you.
No, that's not what she means. But anyway.
Well, that's fine.
Wait, what?
Yes, that.
What?
What you said.
You're good.
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
What you said. No, what you said. You're correct. She has matured.
What? Yeah. What? What? But what did I miss?
Nothing. You're fine.
I missed it too, so don't worry about it, Donna. You need to be getting to bed. You're tired, and
I like how you
And-
like it's like a shooing off. You know, it's like you're too tired now. You know, just go to bed.
no, you are. You're very tired. We can hear it in your voice, and I'm not so much so shooing you off as I'm like, maybe it is time for you to head to bed.
You're an adult. You don't have to listen.
Hey, you don't gotta listen to me.
I mean, yeah, you can stay up and pass out on the call because it's happened before.
I've done that.
It has happened before.
Yes.
One time I was playing with Tiffany, Elder Scrolls,
Oh
and
no.
I was just falling asleep. You know, she was like, we were fighting this dragon, like with a whole bunch of other people, and I was like, what? What happened? The dragon was dead. I did nothing. I got no rewards for it too.
Oh man, that sucks.
I know.
Ah,
It was like 5
that
minutes
means you
later.
didn't
I'm
do
like,
enough
what?
damage.
It was pretty funny.
I have definitely passed out in this chat more than once.
I actually had to wake Farrell up once. I was like, Farrell's still in the call. It's like 3 hours later. I'm gonna go holler at her real quick. And I'm like,
One
Farrell,
time I was
honey,
on the phone.
Frankie.
Aw. One time I was on the phone to my mom, a video call no less,
Ha!
and I was like going through a really bad episode of insomnia at night. I just couldn't sleep. and I was calling her. And we were with the kids, watching. So I was like kneeling on the floor, and I put the phone on the couch, and playing on the floor and stuff. And at some point, I don't know, I leaned my head on my hand, right? And I must have like blacked out for a while. She's like, "Did you just fall asleep?" I'm like, "No,
Oh,
No, not at all, mother.
no, nothing. I
What are
just
you
closed
talking
my
about?
eyes, blinked for too long."
what you're talking about? I was not snoring.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Definitely was not. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Deny.
Why are my fingers so cold? It's not even that cold in this fucking car.
Because reasons.
Honest truth. Genuine fucking truth, man. Yeah, as for the ABO thing, like, I don't like ABO. That doesn't mean I don't read it. I just generally like
Well,
it has to be a specific thing for me to actually like enjoy it. Cookie. Bless her.
I was
Bless
gonna
her.
mention the bird
That
one.
woman, she can make anything palatable. I swear to fucking
She
God.
really can.
Like,
She made.
okay, one of her
Oh my
ideas
god.
actually like kind of freaked me out a little bit because I'm like, you make that sound really cute, and that's really bad.
Is it the one where they kidnapped him and he's like, he's ours now?
Yes.
Okay. I'm curious.
She's just like, yeah, they kidnap him and then, oh, he's from the southern lands, he's not used to the cold, so we squish him between us. And, oh, I'm going to, you need to get me pregnant before my husband gets home so that he can be excited that we're having another baby.
Wow, I didn't hear that last part.
Spaced back in at the wrong part.
Yeah. No, you didn't. That's exactly the way that she did it. That she was talking about doing it. I'm like, that's really bad, Cookie. Like,
She can sell anything.
Yeah, she
like,
can.
oh,
Like,
it's
oh my
terrible.
gosh, Cookie is just fucking
It's a gift and a
insane.
curse.
Totally. But yeah, Cookie can do just crazy shit.
about
So
that,
she
like-
has an ABO fic that I fucking love, and I want her to
Yeah,
finish,
no,
and
that's
she's not
hilarious.
finishing.
Lol.
I think the main thing why it's still palatable and tolerable is because it never becomes sexual. Like, it's only ever the shenanigans of it, and like, oh, look at me, I'm puffing up my feathers, but it never goes beyond the surface level, which really helps it. It really helps,
I mean, I'm not going to argue that it not having gotten to the sexual part makes it more palatable, but also I think the way that she's done it will make it so that even if it gets to the sexual part, that it's not going to be a problem. Because like
agree.
her ABO fic is the least problematic ABO I have ever seen. Like, the entire premise is non-problematic. Like, she has made a problematic as fuck premise totally palatable, because instead of the alphas being big hoorah alpha wolf, that science is shitty science, but we're going to pretend that that's good science anyways, took that and goes, oh no, we're going to do birds instead.
And they're gonna be stupid.
And they're gonna be adorable, and the dumbest thing that's ever existed, and they're going to get caught up in their own instincts, and they're just gonna be like, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Here, let me fluff up my fucking feathers and bring you things, because I'm stupid and adorable, and it's like,
I feel like I need to defend what side of the ABO verse I'm on.
You don't.
worry
It's
about it, don't worry
okay.
about it, because the thing is,
No,
I
because you're
understand-
right, and it's wholly problematic, and I just realized how bad saying I like ABO sounds if I don't specify which half of it I'm on.
No, that's it. It doesn't. It does. No judgment here. I'm just.
If you feel like talking about it, then go ahead, but you don't have to. It's okay.
Yeah, we understand that, like, okay, dude, I admitted to reading fucking incest fics earlier. That is, some pretty fucking questionable shit. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
but
So
no,
it's
the ones that read, because after the whole like ABO scene blew up, it's into subgenres, and I'm usually usually the ones I read are the ones where it's like a social justice allegory. It's the Omegas gaining power and stuff, or they're like on completely equal footing at this point because they abolished the old problematic laws and stuff like that. Those are the ones I read. I do not read the really creepy, like, alpha big, forcibly, like, that stuff. No. I stay away from that stuff.
No. I like the way you're like, no.
No.
Yeah. No. I didn't.
What you did?
Hmm?
It doesn't. Even if you did, what does it mean about you as a person? It just means that you like that. So what? Indulge in what you like. Fuck it. Let's do short.
It is just fiction, after all.
No, yeah, and I feel, and part of me is like, it's fiction and it's fine that I read it, and the other part of me has been so used to like the
Getting
new
attacked.
exactly, the new side of the internet with the younger people who like to attack you for liking fictional stuff.
We're old people here. Don't worry. No one's gonna attack you.
Yeah. Yes, we are all old. It's okay.
Well, I didn't expect any of you to outwardly attack me, but I didn't want you to be sitting there thinking, "Oh fuck, this chick's got issues."
I mean,
Which
you
I
know
do, but-
Time Flower, which isn't technically what people accuse it of being, but regardless, I'm still writing it anyway, you know what I mean? So, like...
Yeah, no, you're right.
Oh, hey, I just realized they actually made his eyes glowing in the character pic. That's cool. Right, anyway. Oh,
But
God,
yeah, no,
that's
there's
ugly
definitely
yellow.
stuff I read that I would never in my life advocate for.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell no. Exactly. Like, dude. There's a bunch of shit that I read that's like, I understand. There's a bunch of shit that I write that I'm like, this writing is problematic as fuck.
Oh, my entire Loki series is problematic as fuck, and I'm becoming more aware of that the further it goes on.
You're like, oops, I did this.
Yeah, I'm like, oops, I did this, but I'm also like, I'm 250,000 words in, I am not stopping now.
Yeah.
But like, when I was a teenager, I was like, yes, this OC is great, now I'm an adult, and I'm going, this relationship is kind of codependent and abusive as fuck, but okay.
Right.
Hindsight 2020.
Yeah, exactly. My hindsight really was 2020. I look at my teenage self sometimes and go, were you okay? I don't think you were.
Well.
Was.
I mean, I suppose that's
Dude.
It was.
I'm just straight up not okay.
I was about to say, honestly, I still don't think I'm okay, but I'm at least slightly more aware now.
Yeah, being self-aware of your not okayness is at least a something.
Yeah, I'm like, because as a teen, I was like, oh, I'm totally fine.
Nope.
Even though I totally wasn't, to the point that I guess my teachers noticed I wasn't, but I didn't realize my teachers
Well,
noticed.
do you know that My Chemical Romance song? I'm not okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My freaking anthem.
Uh-huh.
But no, my brother got into high school and he's like, why do the teachers keep asking me if everything's okay at home?
Oh.
And I was like, oh shit, they noticed.
Be like, wow, way to out me, guys. Like,
right?
Shit.
Like, thanks, guys. Super helpful,
right?
guys.
Because he got into high school right after I graduated, so I was gone at that point. But I was like, oh, okay. Well, now
my problem with teachers right, or adults in general, asking children, right, who are not self-aware, is everything okay at home? How the fuck would they know? Their reality.
Oh, I knew
they
everything
know.
wasn't okay at home. The reason they asked him that is because if there was a reason for me to stay after school, didn't matter what the fuck that reason was, I was there. I never wanted to go home.
Yeah, but if that's like, how would a child be able to discern whether it or not everything
Yeah.
is okay? How? Like,
No, they wouldn't.
you
Because there's a
know?
lot of kids who grow up in an environment they don't even realize it's screwed
People are
up.
biased by nature. You know, they're
Mhm.
biased to their own truth, and like, they can't possibly know if it's normal for them for dad or mom to shout all the time, whatever. Everything will be fine because that's normal. That's how it is. You know, like
Right.
when abuse is normalized or any kind of neglect or mistreatment is normalized, that's what they know. That's their reality. So as long as that's consistent, everything's normal. It's just a stupid, ignorant question, you know?
Right.
Like, it's such a way to shrug off responsibility. But well, he said everything's okay.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything was not right. He never came and told me anything. Like,
Because, like, to them,
no, he
that is
wouldn't.
okay.
He wouldn't.
Normal. That's just life.
He wouldn't. Why would he?
See, I was the older sibling, so I was well aware it wasn't normal because I knew what normal looked like. My brother was too young to pick up on it.
Exactly, because by the time that you're older, then you'll start being more self-aware because you become, you're able to talk about it with other people and compare or expose
There's
yourself.
that, and there's the fact that I was literally able to remember when things were normal.
Oh.
Well, yeah, the older is that if there was a
My mom got
significant
remarried, and that's when just everything went to hell. Ugh.
Yeah, and if there's a significant difference in between times, yes.
Yeah.
But like, you know, if a child has experienced only something all their lives, they're not going to know. It's going to be very confusing. Is everything okay? You know, like, it's going to be confusing to ask them something like that, and then an instinctual answer would be everything's fine, everything's normal, because they don't understand, and it feels really ignorant and really insensitive to ask a question like that, to phrase it this way to a child, because that's not how.
So what would you think that they should ask to try to figure it out?
I was gonna say, I feel like it's
That's not a way
also
to
like,
get
what else do you
through to
ask?
them. Huh? I'm sorry?
There's a lot of things you can ask.
I was gonna,
A lot. Honestly.
But the
You
thing
know,
is,
even
it takes a lot of work.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's such a lazy way to shrug off responsibility of saying, like, well, I've tried. You know, I asked.
So where are we going? Gas station. You guys are gonna be excited because he's gonna be happy to have a big stupid drink.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm eating some nuts.
no, you're good.
You're eating nuts. I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.
Damn. Okay.
No, but it is past the time where I thought I was gonna be finishing. So
You should probably go to bed now. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed.
Go to the
Alright.
sleeping.
Good plan.
Get good sleep.
Thank you for letting me on, I guess. I don't know.
Hop on whenever.
I'll see you.
Goober.
I'll see you guys. I'll speak to you around.
I love you. Bye. Go
Make sure you
sleep.
check out the memes. I did put some good ones.
Oh yes. I will go see the more memes.
Yeah, it's funny. The
One of these times I'm
crying
actually
under the
gonna want
mask
to
thing.
call
This
them ahead
is
of time
great.
so they
Oh, I think I've seen that one.
And the Kikimora one really it's my best life.
Wait forward to the vehicle warning.
Scrolling.
Great. Alright, good night.
Sleep good.
Night, Donna.
Talk at you later.
Bye.
Bye. Nothing?
Nothing?
You guys are getting sleep.
What?
I'm going through the memes.
Yep. That one was a good one. It's essentially set up like that you guys are getting paid thing. It's I only got
get
9 hours of sleep. 9
I
hours.
get 7. 7, I got 4. You guys are getting sleep?
Fucking shit.
I am sacrificed for the day of unity. I am sacrificed for the day of unity.
Yeah, she did. She put up a lot of really good memes.
Ugh.
People tried so hard to make it winter, and everyone else just went no.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand why they didn't go with winter, because winter just sounds like, the season, and so it's not particularly distinct.
Oh no, there are a lot of fandoms where that is a ship name when it comes to something like that.
Yeah.
I think the instinct, and I do it too, is to put the male or male presenting character's name first. Because that's the way it was always done.
Mm.
Don't mind my clack-de-clack.
Granted, I just came out of a fandom where one of my favorite ships was called Hot Wings, so...
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the I had never noticed that was some sort of, like, tendency, because of the ships that actually had, like, nicknames. Most of the ones that I had were Taser something, which are all Darcy.
Yeah.
And Darcy is the Taser end of that.
I was the Taser Trick shipper, so I know what you mean.
Yeah, Taser Tricks and Taser Bones.
Which one's Taser Bones?
Crossbones. Because, again, Cookie can make anything palatable. And between her and a couple of other people, they turned Brock Rumlow, aka Crossbones, into an actual, like, character that seems reasonable, and then they, like, showed a bunch of stuff where essentially the actor, Frank Grillo, had, because of the length of time, the number of movies he expected to be in, he assumed that he was getting a character arc. And so he purposefully played the character like he was having second thoughts whenever he could. So, he's Hydra, but, like, he purposefully made it like, am I the bad guy kind of face as frequently as he could. And there's a whole bunch of little things where they're like, okay, but, like, how does he miss people, because how does he miss seeing Natasha and Captain America because they're kissing?
Yeah.
How does he miss seeing those two because they're kissing?
God, it's been so long since I watched that movie, I completely forgot that happened.
So they the Taser Bones people like to pretend that the character was eventually going to get a character arc, that he was going to be proven to have been working for Fury the whole time, blah, 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 blah. Which sometimes I go with and sometimes I don't. But I love me a good redemption arc, so I am all about it.
There's a reason I like the characters I like. I feel you.
Is it because redemption arc?
Loki, Kylo, Hunter, Zuko. I think there's a trend here.
Maybe a little bit.
My mom's
Always
like, why
liked
you always like the
May a
bad
lot,
guys?
though.
And I'm like, no. I like the bad guys that have the potential for redemption. I don't like the straight up bad guys.
Right? But yeah, so that is that is
Sorry, Farrell's like Captain America's an ass, and I stand by that.
America's ass.
Yeah. Dude, I
I
remember when Endgame dropped and there was all the Endgame spoilers with no context, and it was just men wearing American flag swim trunks. That's America's ass. Damn, that is
that's
America's
America's ass. It's funny.
Oh, my fingers are so
I have
cold.
a picture of me in cosplay with one of the friggin' Endgame Thors at a
You
convention.
know, I haven't like watched that series of movies in so long that I can understand that there would be a reason probably that you wouldn't like him, but I don't actually know why it is.
What, the Captain America ones?
Farrell doesn't like Captain America.
No, Captain America as a human being turns into a complete ass in the later movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Dash, woohoo!
That depends entirely on whether or not you believe that people should be allowed to quit their service. I'm
sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
I was talking about his personality.
He is very sassy in the later movies. And it depends a lot on whether or not a lot of the stuff that I've seen that's very anti-Cap is how dare he go back in time and not fix anything when the specific thing he was supposed to be doing was not fix anything.
Well, also, the time travel established rules for that universe are you can change all you want in the past, it's not going to change your future.
Exactly.
That was literally the time travel rules they set in place.
Right. So there's a whole bunch of people who are like, how could he not do any of this stuff? And I'm like, because if he didn't do any of this stuff, then if he did any of that stuff, then it's a different fucking timeline, jackass.
Yeah, no, I didn't have an issue with that. I still love Steve. He's one of my favorite characters. I just mean, like, as a human, he got more dickish, but I also understand why as time went on.
Yeah. Alright, going into the gas station, so I'm going to be quiet a little bit. Or let's talk to y'all.
I'm looking for... What the hell? Oh, there it is. I was gonna say, I could have sworn I put these photos on Facebook. Oh, I have to share this photo just because it was the most what the fuck I've ever seen, and that's the whole reason I asked this person for a picture.
Oh boy.
I'm just gonna drop it in text over talk, because I don't know where else to put it. Hey, excuse you. Okay, so here's this, because it's just random.
Yeah, hi, Charger. This is very random.
And then, where's the photo I'm looking for? Oh, while I'm in here, there was this really awesome Guardians of the Galaxy group cosplay that was there. And... yes, here we go. Speaking of Captain America, there was the Captain America Bucky duo. Oh, and like this okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ever find a Spider-Man cosplayer at a convention, Spider-Man cosplayers will start coming out of the woodwork.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because I have a friend, like an IRL friend, who loves Spider-Man. And so I was at a convention and there was a Spider-Man sitting at the bar, and it was a really good cosplay, and I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, can I take a picture of you? My friend couldn't make it and she loves Spider-Man." And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So he poses and I'm taking photos. I turn.
To ask a question.
But I turn and there's two more Spider-Men, and I was like,
Excuse me, I have a
Get
couple
in
quick
here.
questions for the kitchen.
And
Are there going
Keep
to
going.
be
She's just
more
talking to the deal.
Yeah, I
the
realized.
quarter pounder
Um,
cheeseburgers coming
so
out?
they got in, and I
And
was taking
are they
pictures of them,
making
and then suddenly there was
any
a bunch
chicken?
more Spider-Man who showed up, and I was like, they're coming out of the fucking woodwork.
Okay.
So I had this whole group of Spider-Man
Okay.
cosplayers, and I made them do the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other.
Oh, fuck
And then I
yeah.
turned around, there's a fucking Deadpool. What is happening?
That is awesome, first of all.
But yeah, I was like, where did all of you come from?
Classic. Getting garbled.
I understand.
Thin air,
Headset,
that's
right?
right? Sorry, I had to eat more nuts. Alright, anyway.
Nah,
Okay.
man. Do what you gotta do. I'm saving photos so I can drop them. Okay. Wait, what is this? Automatic app updates. No, go away.
Take it. It's extra.
But yeah, so here's the Spider-Man. Because I has them. And then the Guardians. And me and the Endgame Thor and just me because I like this cosplay.
It is a very nice cosplay. I think I may have seen your picture before, actually.
Meow meow. It wouldn't surprise me, I tend to shove at places. Hi, Fluffy boy.
Nice.
Did you remember I'm your mom again? I come home from work and I'll walk towards him and he'll run away like he doesn't know who I am. And then I'll be home long enough and he'll walk up to me like, oh yeah, wait, I know this human.
Really specific.
No, wait, I know who you are.
8-piece tenders if they've got them coming out, but
8-piece tenders.
I don't plan on sticking around past maybe the 6 minutes.
Yeah, be 50 minutes.
Okay.
I heard 50 minutes, and I'm like, man, that'd be a long time to wait.
15.
Right?
15,
Normally
okay.
it's 45.
Ah.
So, I mean, 15 minutes is actually not bad. That means they've already got the fryer clear and can just go ahead and cook the pumpkin. Which they normally can't do that. But they had chicken tenders in the fridge section, so I'll just have to warm some up to myself.
By the way, I'm probably not going to be on too much longer.
Fine.
I'm happy with what I've gotten done, though.
Awesome.
It was more than I thought I would, so there's that.
Yes.
Got it?
I still want to do a Kylo Ren
Overfilled it again,
cosplay.
didn't you? Yeah.
You should.
My favorite thing about Kylo Ren as a cosplay is that you are completely covered, so no one can tell who you are underneath it until you take the helmet off.
Yeah. I made a costume like that. I say costume, not cosplay, because it was just something random that I did. And,
This is not me, but Exhibit
Is
A.
that
How are you tonight?
doing all right? Just he's got some
Exactly,
quarter
yeah.
pounders coming out for
Yeah,
me.
I'm
so.
like, he did take his helmet off, and I was like, that's not what I
Fingers are
expected.
cold, though.
Chicken sold out. Like the second
Oh
time
no,
that it came
Oh,
out.
hi, person.
Well, luckily you guys have some that was in the freezer, so I'll just warm it up.
Oh, the
Fridge,
blue original.
yeah. I said freezer, but it's a fridge.
And it's $1 cheaper.
It's $1 cheaper, and I don't mind having to warm it up. It's not going to hurt my feelings any that it's not nice and toasty. So,
I think it tastes better warm that than cooked in the oven. That's my favorite deal.
well, so long as I have,
Oh,
as long as I have
Mhm.
the time, as long as it's not like,
wait,
Ooh.
he's...
I have
No, that was a
forgotten
different
to eat
Star-Lord.
most of today. I should eat something.
Tell me
fine.
this man doesn't
Yeah.
actually look like Chris Pratt.
When was the last time I ate? I don't remember. Goodness, that means I probably should.
But this time he does.
I have not taken a break.
No, this dude looked just like Chris Pratt. It was weird.
Oh. Oh, the
he
guy
looked
in the
like
Kylo. Got you.
No, the guy, the Star-Lord.
Oh, okay. Did you send
The
another
one
picture?
that I-
Because I'm not looking.
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
I did, but
Oh wow, he really does.
I
doesn't he?
did, and when you get a chance though, because we literally saw this man from a distance, and we're like, it's like Walmart brand Chris Pratt. Like he looks like Chris Pratt cosplaying a Chris Pratt character. It was weird.
That's cool.
Oh wait, you guys like Inuyasha?
I do at least.
Yeah, at least you do, so I can. Doop.
No.
The pair. And who's that? Is that just a random person behind them, or is that supposed to be?
No, I think it was just someone else who was. That was in the middle of Artist Alley, so I'm pretty sure that was someone else who was at the booth.
Okay.
Mm. I miss cons so much. I need to go back. There's also the Teen Titans cosplayers, which I respect. I respect cosplaying for a fandom that's not really a thing anymore because Teen Titans Go ruined everything.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with that shit. Like, I wasn't even all that invested in Teen Titans, and I was pissed off for anyone who was. Like,
Yeah, no, I loved Teen Titans, and then they made the Teen Titans Go movie and hinted at bringing the original back, and then never did.
Stop it.
Also, I had a realization while I was at work today that my mother's like, I don't know how you end up into anime, and I was really thinking about it, and I'm like, my favorite cartoons when I was a child were Teen Titans, Avatar The Last Airbender, American Dragon, and Jackie Chan Adventures, and you wonder how I ended up into anime?
ha.
And Code Lyoko.
Right.
I'm like, so the Americanized anime?
True facts, man.
And then there was the actual anime I was watching and just didn't realize it was anime until I was older.
Mm-hmm. Wait, it wouldn't look like
That's
that.
a creative title. Okay, wait. The title of this fanfic is The Owl House King's Tide Aftermath, and the summary is this is a fanfic of the Owl House after King's Tide.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You know, okay. All right. Thanks for letting us know. That we definitely needed to know that. Mm-hmm.
Please tell me more.
Okay. Let's get rid of the blue lines.
Hello. Pluck, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do that with vectors. Yay, I'm so actually like really happy about that.
Good.
I don't know how I forgot that. But I did. But I remembered,
Hey, remembering's good.
right?
Hello, which of you want me? Okay. We are doing all right.
That's a lot of fire.
It is a lot of fire.
Thank you.
He be flaring.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Here, Nibs, put this back there. Yes, I do. I don't have the card. I'll just type in.
There
the
might
number.
actually need to be more fire. Actually, no, that can technically wait, I think. Yeah. But yeah, there's the space colors.
Yes.
Big Faust.
Big.
Hi, Grandma.
Yeah. And then eventually, hi, Grandpa.
Oh Lord.
Everybody has been coming.
This is a fun one because he is crouching here.
Yeah, it is doing me not
So
so
now I have to sit
nice.
here and be like, how tall is everybody compared to this guy?
Not accepted. Use magnetic strike.
Plus, even better, Tara's in heels here.
Oh
Sir.
boy.
Yeah. So not only is he crouching, but she's in heels.
No,
Tara's
I don't.
tiny.
One day if we're all close by, we should go to a cosplay convention and try to find each other. Fuck yeah.
I've
Awesome.
said that, yes.
Very much.
Yep. We are all in agreement. You know what? In order to make it a game, we just shouldn't tell each other what we're actually cosplaying.
We're never gonna fight each other.
But imagine if we did, though.
Yeah, that's true. Just be like day one, and we're not allowed to tell each other, but if we don't find each other by the end of day one, we can tell each other for day two.
Right. Or like halfway through day one or something, or like...
Yeah. If we don't find each other by like 4 p.m. on day one, we can tell each other. We can drop hints. I am by this. I am standing, or I am in an area near X item, but you can still figure out which cosplayer is who.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Sorry, Nibs.
Musicians.
To be fair, we all know each other well enough at this point that it actually probably wouldn't be very hard.
No, honestly, if I heard one of you talk, I'd probably recognize your voice.
Right.
I'm really good at doing that. I've literally been walking through public and I'll whip my head around because I hear someone and I'm like, I know that voice.
I know that voice.
Granted, I had someone recognize me in a movie theater by my laugh once.
Yeah.
It was when X-Men Days of Future Past came out, and I went to see it over the weekend, and I got to school on Monday, and my friend looked at me and goes, "Did you go see X-Men over the weekend?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And he goes, "Because I heard you laugh in the theater."
That's great. Well, I've been recognized by my laugh too. Which was extra great because I was going to a friend's theatrical production, and her husband came in partway through and heard, because he came in the front. The entrance was also backstage for when the actual theater stuff was going on. The front end of the theater was actually the backstage of the theater. So he's standing around in the backstage area, which is also the concessions area, and they're hearing, because of course you have to be able to hear what's going on the stage to know whether or not your cue's soon. So he's hearing what's going on in there, and he's like, I think I know that laugh. I think that laugh's Jenny. And then somebody comes back on and goes, oh my god, there's a lady in the front row absolutely losing her shit. Laughing her ass off so fucking hard. They're like, that is the funniest fucking thing. I was to the point. I was laughing so hard. I was to the point that I was like notable to the not just to the other people and the people on stage, but like somebody actually came up to me and go, "Are you really enjoying it that much?" I'm like, "Yeah." This thing's fucking hilarious. I'm crying, bro.
I love that though.
Right. Well, nobody seemed to be actually like upset or anything, but I was just dying. It was Noises Off, and Noises Off is my jam apparently.
Was that in a Let Me Explain Studios video?
Probably yes.
Because
probably
they mentioned doing a play, and I think it was something like that.
Yeah, Noises Off is a play about the run of a play.
Huh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like hack 'em, hold 'em, and D, and then they start doing stuff, and like you start off with what's going on during the rehearsals and the shenanigans that go on during rehearsals, and then first few runs, jitters type things. Oh my goodness, way too far over. And then like the budding relationship between a couple of the co-stars, and then later you end up with like 3 acts, and the first one is before everything starts while they're still rehearsing, then when they first start doing it, and then you get after the run, near the end of the run is the end.
Don't mind me, I'm literally trying to figure out how tall Tara is in this picture. Which is a way to say how tall Tara actually is in comparison to Faust in his true form.
But so like there's a relationship that's kind of like a steamy, hot little on-set relationship between 2 characters that has fallen the fuck apart by the time. What? The cheeseburgers. The small ones. Yes, honey, the small ones. I'm used to you going to your friends. I'm used to you being at your friends, so I always just get you small ones because you're going to be eating something.
Yeah.
That's fine. I have no problems with that. If he has other plans, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I planned around you not being here because I'm not used to you being here. Yes, the chicken tender are my foods.
I may have figured it out. After flipping back and forth like 50 times.
It's a hilarious movie. TV show. However you watch it. It's hilarious. I love it. It's fantastic. But it is. Was that? Still talking about the show that we were talking about.
Was there a woman like lead role who had a Cockney accent?
I believe that in the movie version, yeah, she had a Cockney accent.
Was there was there supposed to be?
She had a love interest. She had a love interest that was taller, and like in the beginning. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure. Like, if you watched anything about Noises Off is hilarious. It is a show about.
The show, and I was something that mentioned that they were doing that play.
Yeah.
And that she didn't get. It was the woman who made a video about how she had a theater teacher who kind of had it out for her.
Ooh, wait, I know what I can do. Wait, never mind, I'm not
Which
going
was
to do that.
include having kind of bullshit reasons for not having her as any character.
Yeah. Okay.
If I was
somewhere
being
in here is the big jar of barbecue sauce. Can you find that for me and bring it downstairs? I have my hands fucking full. Oh my goodness. Oh my leg. Why is my calf so bad? Holy Jesus, my calf is bad. Take this. Fucking cold.
Like your calf muscle?
Yeah, my calf muscle is just stupid right now. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's her with heels, so I was right. I was more correct the first time. Okay.
Alright, well my phone is dying, and it's time for food. So I will talk to y'all later.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm probably going to end the stream anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, it's shutting down, so I don't get a choice on this.
Go do the food. Bye!
Bye.
Well, my lights flickered, and that's creepy.
Creepy.
So yeah, I think I was more right, actually, before I started making all these edits. Yeah. Yeah, there's how tall Tara is in compared to Faust.
Tiny.
She's tiny.
Oh, you got a little bleb. You're so cute.
To be fair, she's unfairly tiny for a witch, so...
She's unfairly tiny for a witch, much less I'm not gonna say. There you go. I was like, I'm not gonna try to say it because I always say it wrong.
Dratani.
Dratani.
Yes. So yeah, basically she is as tall. She is not quite as tall as the length of his arm from shoulder to fingertip.
Oh boy.
His arm is technically longer than her. Basically, they're the same length, but his arm is if you count a little bit at the end of the middle finger there, basically he's a little longer in the arm than she is tall.
And Tara went, I'ma climb that.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. That is a thing. Which is hilarious. Okay, so here's how hilarious it is. First of all, me talking about being a transcriptionist to what these people do or go through in their lives. In my head. When I started writing the first story, I didn't know any of the shit that I'm telling you now. Like, I didn't know their story. I just knew that they had fucking slept together that night. That's what I knew. And I became aware of so much more. And even better, I have become aware of, aha, this hand needs to be bigger. I need to increase the size of this hand. I knew it. I decreased it because I thought it was too big, and now looking at the two, I'm like, damn it. Okay, anyway, I'll fix that later. What was I saying? Oh, and now, what's even funnier is she almost didn't say yes when he asked her out on a date the first time. Like, he's a Dratani. To be fair, you know, he stayed looking like this, but it's not that she didn't know what he looked like, right? So,
right.
It's not like she had never seen a Dratani before. So yeah, she almost said no when he first asked. I just realized I need to fix these beads over here. Maybe I don't, but I think I need to fix these middle beads. Anyway, I need to keep talking. I keep getting distracted. But she did, in fact, go ahead and say yes. Out of curiosity, because she'd never really had any kind of conversation with a Dratani before. And the only conversations she'd had with him were, like, purely business, right? And so she said yes. And it was actually because there's multiple different kinds of, like, dates you can go on, right? This one was not actually like a dinner date sort of thing. It was, would you like to attend this thing with me sort of thing.
Okay.
And what it was is basically, and it was another reason why she felt a little bit better saying yes to it, because it was a public, like, outdoor sort of, I'm trying to think of, like, what you would classify this as. It's sort of like a show, but not really a show. It's kind of like, I would say similar to maybe what you would see at a festival or something like that. It's definitely someone performing, but it's not like a show. I don't know how to say it. Regardless, yeah. And it's a thing that, like, multiple people would be at, right? So she said yes. They went, and the problem became that there was some problems at the performance area and so on. And it became very clear that there was some drama going on between the people who were supposed to be doing what they were supposed to be doing. and others and so on. And it kind of turned real fast into a bit of a clusterfuck. And so her and him, and of course all the others in the crowd, but they're just kind of standing there staring. And he's just like, would you like to walk instead? Like, instead of watching this basically a train wreck, which wouldn't be their term for it, I guess. Now that'd be an interesting thing to figure out what's their equivalent of a train wreck. But basically, instead of watching a train wreck for no good reason, well, let's do something else. Let's go for a walk or something. So basically, they just sort of like walked the city, if you will, and just talked for like hours. Like literal, before they knew it, they had been doing that for hours. And then it turned into a dinner date because, it had been hours and, well, they were both hungry. So it turned into a dinner date at that point. And the dinner date turned into them sitting there talking still some more for more hours. It's like, how, well, probably not more than 2 because, that does get a little annoying from the restaurant's perspective. But it was one of those things where it was just surprising that, it was especially surprising to her that she had so much that she felt she could talk about. Like there was like enough ability for the both of them to hold a conversation about a wide range of topics. Like it just legitimately surprised her because she's like, what could I possibly have to talk about with a Dratani? Other than like scholastic things, because he was principal. Anyway, well, of course, at some point you got to leave the restaurant, so they did, and they continued walking and talking. And at this point, like, it's getting near midnight, and they're still just having no real reason to stop talking, actually. And so yeah, I'm not going to go into detail about what else happened that night, but the point is it definitely didn't end the way that she thought it was going to end. And kind of set the tone for the rest of their relationship, if you will.
Right.
It's fun. I ought to write that one out.
Yes.
Yes, they ended up sleeping together that night. Which, again, was not what she was intending to do, but you know what? She didn't.
I'm not even sure I'm going to say yes.
It's like, well, actually,
when in Rome.
Pretty much. But yeah, I'm really happy I finally got this drawn out. Not that I'm not going to draw more, but I'm just, yay.
Hey.
Yay things.
Yes.
I'm still just giggling. God, she's so short.
Tiny.
That's her.
Small thing.
Very small.
Small, fragile thing.
Yep. Exactly. That's basically her and Rain. Although it's also just hilarious that Rain is actually a little bit taller. Just by a wee bit, actually. And then right. The both of them were overcompensating with shoes. Because have you seen how big those shoes are she was wearing? But anyway. And then Ida. Oh yeah, that's right. Did you remember the picture I posted that showed Ida at 6'5"? I'm like, holy shit. Of course, she's wearing her heels, but still.
Whole.
So, I guess.
Mommy, sorry.
Right. Probably Ida, without her heels, I would say, is probably. Hold on, because Tara's what, 5? I wrote this down too. I think she's 5'7". So if Ida is exactly 6 feet, so then she is probably around somewhere around here. So that's probably Ida, and I think Darius is probably right here. I'm just going in line of people with height to them now, and then Bellows is like 7 feet tall, isn't he? So he'd be like right there, I think. I don't know how accurate that is, though. If Bellows being 7 feet tall. I know he's like super tall. Like unnaturally tall, obviously.
Yes.
Someday we're gonna get canon ages and heights for these people. Someday.
One hopes. I honestly,
What?
heights maybe, ages I don't think we're ever gonna get.
Yeah, probably not, yeah.
Because Dana doesn't like to give exact ages.
I don't blame her.
She gave exact ages. She gave exact ages for the kids because that's important given the fact they are children.
Mm-hmm.
But like Ida and Lilith, she gave Ida mid to late 40s and Lilith late 40s because that she said that she wanted us to decide what age we thought they were past that.
Oh, so she legit wanted the fan base to figure it out for themselves.
Yeah. Yes. So, like, personally, I always put Lilith at 48 and Ida at 46 for the beginning of canon.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of left up to interpretation because she did say mid to late 40s for Ida and then late 40s / depending what you make Ida, early 50s for Lilith.
I find that hilarious, and you want to know why?
Why?
It's almost like she was telling everyone, "Fuck yeah, make your own fan fictions out of this."
Oh, I have no doubt.
And now it makes me wonder if she reads any of it and what she reads.
Okay, you know what? Given the shit that has shown up in the show, I have to assume that she does.
I know, right? Because some of it's like so fucking spot on.
Like either she does or someone on the crew does, because
someone do.
We have somehow managed to get everything we ever wanted shoved into this damn finale.
Someone be doing some reading.
Yeah. Because, like, that's not an accident. Once is coincidence, twice is sus.
I mean, there is sometimes when it is the audience just genuinely being that good at predicting. But
yeah, but then there are really specific things like Rain's face at Harpy Ida.
I know.
Like, for kids, they're just gonna be like, oh, okay. For everyone who reads fanfiction, we're all like, wait.
Wait a minute! We see what you did there.
Exactly. Something just awakened.
God, I love it.
Rain just awakened something and they're not sure how to feel about it.
Right. And the collector being so childlike, I feel like it could genuinely be that was always the intent, but I don't know.
A little, we bit sus.
Just a wee bit.
I am covered in cats.
The cats are like, you stay here now.
Yeah, they were all like, oh, mom's laying down. Pile.
Pile. I'm just gonna fix this shit up and then I guess I'll go ahead and go.
And you don't have to.
I probably should though, because at any given time I know I'm going to be called away.
True.
Me. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, just move that one line. That's all I was asking. Okay, now the fun part. Color. That's the only part that sucks about this.
But
I'm gonna fix it. Maybe. Never mind. That was not the right layer.
Oh no.
There we go. Alright, let's try. I got bits to fix.
Claws.
Yes. The big claws that he needs to pay attention to.
Yeah, I was reading in the note.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was gonna wait till it got posted, and then I decided I had no self-control.
Did you read all of it?
Yeah. All that's there right now.
Yeah. Yeah, good job, Faust.
Yeah, Fausty done fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, he fucking did. Dumbass. I knew it. Almost did it. Almost got it. Alright, but I gotta go now then.
Okie dokie.
I'll talk at you.
Yes.